ain't a drill. Only time I'm playing is on the field. And when I'm on the field, no, I got mad skills. You know we about to eat this a fast meal. Y'all gotta pay for this heat like a gas bill. We keep on coming back, so yeah, they mad still. Everyone sick, make them pay with some bad bills. Red, white, and blue like Superman, so you know we eating at the Super Bowl. Kill the competition, set up the funeral. Josh Allen catching all the shots you go for. We callin' blitz. Ready to start, we ain't calling no quits. I'm the #1 draft pick. A lot of y'all talk, but I ain't hearing it. Only listen to Keyshawn and him. Talk about the Bills dominating on the field. All our players got them skills. Buffalo gon' make a kill. When we talk about the Bills dominating on the field, and our players got them skills. Buffalo gon' make a kill.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing tonight? This is the Post Podium Podcast, home of the all truth, no sodium takes. I'm your co-host, Aramis.
It's your boy, Melly Mac.
What's up, Mr. Rogers? This is 40 Keys.
Mr. Rogers.
You know why I'm so happy today, Key?
That was happy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know why I'm so happy today?
That's your 40 happy.
No, not 40 happy. It's Christian Benford happy. That's what it is. That's what kind of happy it is.
I wasn't prepared for this at all.
Christian Benford is officially made the Levi Wallace list, and it is your fault. Wow. All your fault. I wasn't going to do it, but I told you not to do it, and you put it in the text message, and you did it. Now it's done.
When you see me,
he's on the list. He is now the subject of debate. Now, we're going to spend a little bit of time on that.
I mean,
let me take a step back before I get really into it like that.
You were riled up there.
I'm very riled up. I can't wait. I can't wait. Listen, you don't make the list calmly. You make the list burning in flames. Yeah, I know. I know.
Than that,
and then you switch it on them. That's what you do.
You're like, good morning, everybody. How are you today?
That's right.
I was like, what show am I even on? Anyway.
All right, so I wanna start the show off a little bit different today. I want to try to get to as much as we can in the first 10 minutes. Right? Can we work that out? Can we get as much as we can in the first 10 minutes of stuff we heard, and then right around the 10-minute mark, we can get to today's topic, which is the Christian Benford debate, and then after that, we had a request put in for our all-time favorite Saturday morning cartoons, but I've turned it into a game, and I will let you guys know what the rules to the game are when we get there. So let's start it off right. We start the show off every single time with a segment we like to call Stuff We Heard. What have we heard, fellas?
Who's got some stuff?
You got stuff?
I got a little stuff.
I got a lot of stuff, but I only got 10 minutes worth of stuff, so go ahead.
Wow. Okay, well.
The first stuff.
Go ahead.
How do you guys feel about Aaron Franchise Rodgers? Did y'all hear the scuttlebutt about him?
What's scuttlebutt?
The scuttlebutt is he's not reporting to camp.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's excused. After he said, I'm not coming, it's excused.
Right, right. So
it's supposed to be unexcused, though,
now,
right?
originally, he was getting fined. It was unexcused.
Yep.
But then, of course, they
Solid
talked to him
yeah.
and blah, blah, blah. Now they put it in there.
Oh, I didn't know they switched it.
Yeah, they switched
Wow.
it. But what do you guys think about that?
I mean, whatever. You know, Aaron Rodgers is, 40 years old? He's at one point in time one of the faces of the league. Mm-hmm. He's playing for the Jets. They're lucky he came, period. I don't really care.
He said they lucky
he came, period. Came back. You know, those 4 plays could have been all New York ever saw him. Those what was it? 18 seconds or whatever, a minute of Aaron Rodgers is all the Jets would have got.
Yeah.
And he would have been fine.
So, all right. So now here's my thing, though. This is the franchise quarterback. Like, this is the guy. Like, this is QB1. Like, you want him to show up. Now, on the other side, he's a vet, right? I get it, right? Vet, right? If I was in the NFL and I was a vet, there's only one reason why I will be interested in going to camp. One, if I know the players in there might be competitive to get me out of my spot. But, dude, if I've been in the league and I'm a staple, I'm like, this dude, he ain't better than me. I I show up when it's time to show up. I ain't gotta be there till it counts, right? Because I ain't worried about nothing.
Right.
But every once in a while, there's some little up and comer dude who might be like, "Yo, this kid is nice.
I don't
Let
think
me
he
go
cares.
ahead and shut him down. Let him know that I'm still I'm still number one around here."
I don't think he cares. I really don't think he cares. He's gonna get paid what he gets paid regardless. And you know, he was in 1 foot in, 1 foot out anyway. So I think if he got outplayed by somebody, but all right, cool. I ain't want to play for your raggedy ass team anyway.
I mean,
Aaron Rodgers.
I think he does care. I think he does care, but I think it comes down to 5 letters: RELAX. Relax. Aaron Rodgers has been this way his whole career, and all the man has done is gone out and won games. Now, granted, he doesn't play a style of football that allows him to win in the playoffs because he plays too safe. He's got the lowest turnover ratio in NFL history. He's got the least amount of interceptions, if I'm not mistaken, among quarterbacks who I don't remember what the threshold was as far as starts, but he's like the best, if not the second best, in terms of touchdown interception ratio, right? So we're talking about a quarterback that understands how to play the game and understands how not to lose a game for his team, right? I don't think it's going to take very much work for him anyway to be in a place to benefit the team that they have. I've already made a case for the team that they have being very easy to quarterback as long as you don't lose them games because of how great their defense is and how good their run game is. And all they've really needed was stable quarterback play. So it's not like Aaron Rodgers has to go out there and be vintage Aaron Rodgers. He just has to be, first year. He's got to be Super Bowl Tom Brady. He just has to not lose them the game. Play, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's a big deal. I don't think, the team is definitely not making a big deal of it. But, this is that debate between traditionalist, football people and new age football people who don't take everything so serious. And whatever side you land on, it's cool. But for me, we got to relax on that. Keon Coleman's contract. Did y'all hear about that?
What about it?
4 years, $10 million, $4 million signing bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
The standard, yeah.
Standard, yeah. Right. It would have been nice if it was, maybe 5 years. Like a first round pick is supposed to get. Because
Can they? I don't think they can if you're not in the first round.
No, they
He
can't.
want to draft him in the first. Is like
Right.
staying in place.
right. Be assertive. Be
Yeah,
assertive.
yeah.
But that's, it is what it is. Laura says, I don't know, vet or not, he's coming off a serious injury. He's got some catching up to do. Test the leg, get his rhythm back. Yeah, I think that's the other part of it too is, like, what goes into him coming back into the building is the circus that comes with it. And there is something to be said about trying to keep that circus away while I rehab and heal and all that stuff so that I'm not, going out doing my workout and then having to stand around for, another hour after practice answering questions. That can become tedious after a while too. But I'm not saying that's what he's thinking. I just, if it was me and I put myself in his shoes, and I'm imagining myself as kind of an a-hole in doing that, that might be part of my thought process. But that's just my thought. Roy says, you want to spell that out, Roy? He says Aaron Rodgers, and then he put the poop emoji and the cuss word emoji.
A hoop emoji and a cuss word emoji?
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure it out later.
How you gonna figure that? You gonna do some research?
I'll just think about it. I'll have it by the end of the show.
All right. What else do we got?
Trevor Lawrence, 5 years, $275.
Yeah, he got a big one.
Now, that takes me back to what I said a couple shows ago. If you think Josh Allen is not going to say, where's the rest of my money very soon, I don't know what you're thinking about.
Where my money at?
He is now the number 11th highest paid quarterback in the league. Now, let me bring to your attention this. You got Dak Prescott up for a contract after the season. Jordan Love after this season. Tua
Tagovailoa.
Yeah, they always had the end, but it's really not there, but it is. End of the season. So where is Josh going to fall in the pecking order after all this? Because you know the way the ebb and flow goes. I think Justin Fields even in here. So if Justin Fields does anything at all, you never know. Josh Allen's going to ask for his money. I mean, there's no way. If you listen to Trevor Lawrence's numbers, his career numbers so far, one-time Pro Bowl, 20-30 record, 11,000 yards passing, 58 touchdowns, 39 interceptions, 33 fumbles, 85 overall quarterback rating, 6 game-winning drives, and 1-1 in the playoffs. Josh Allen's like, yeah, keep sucking, because I'm about to get pissed, Nate.
Pay me.
Laura says, can you guys explain restructuring more? Do the players have a choice in it, or are contracts built to accommodate management restructuring at will?
Well, usually they don't have a say in it, only because it doesn't affect them directly. All restructuring is, it takes the money they're already making and it moves it in places advantageous to the salary cap. So you're talking about usually moving guaranteed money into incentives, moving guaranteed money into game day bonuses, things like that. So they see the same amount of money. It just looks like they get the money at different times to alleviate some salary cap held as your bills are in right now.
Yeah, most of the time they just get the money up front, which players aren't going to mind anyway.
Yeah, I mean, they already got it, but it's just already, so it is what it is. There are some instances where they have to ask, where they have to move the money into not likely to achieve incentives. Those are the ones that are completely stricken from the salary cap, and if you get cut, those are also not due unto you once you get cut. So there are some restructures, and they will tell you which ones are agreed upon by players and which ones the players are in some Palm Beach golfing when it happens, and they don't even know about it.
Okay. Really quick, Roy says Lawrence contract isn't as good as it sounds. There's an out after 2027.
Even still, I mean, you're talking about, what was his guarantee on that? I don't even remember.
Man, I think I took a picture of that. Hold on. I might have even retweeted it.
Let's see. So, Trevor Lawrence.
Nope, not there either. See how fast we can find it.
Okay, Trevor Lawrence's guaranteed money, $142 million. So, I mean, he gets half of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He has an out after 2029. So, 2029, 0 dead cap. But he's still against the cap. Let's see, his cap hit. His dead cap is crazy. But his cap hit, like you said, isn't that bad. But at the same time, look at his numbers versus Josh's. Josh is not going to stand for being the number 14, 15, 16 paid quarterback in the league. I mean, it's just simple math. It's not going to happen. No. I mean, you can have an amicable quarterback all you want, but at some point you got to pay the man.
And dude, they're not getting smaller; they're getting higher.
Higher, much higher.
I wouldn't be surprised if when Josh re-ups and Mahomes re-ups, if they in the 300 millions, 350 millions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you figured 2028, Trevor Lawrence's cap hit is $47 million. And 2029, his cap it is $78.5 million.
Whoa.
He ain't going to see that.
2029, $78.5 million. 2030, $74.8 million.
There's no way he sees that.
You don't think so?
No. Think about it. Well, okay. Let's say the salary cap increases by 15. How much did it increase by this past year? 10 million?
I don't remember. Yeah, something like that.
It was like 10 to 12 million, right? So let's say it increases 10 million every year.
Mm-hmm. It's just 20 this year.
Huh?
It's supposed to be about 20 this year.
It's supposed to go up by 20?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the deals with the streaming services.
Oh, that's right. Okay. I mean, that's not going to happen every year. So let's keep it at 10. So with the salary cap going up by 10 million, his contract will still eat up a third of the team's salary cap.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's insane. I don't see how a team can be a Super Bowl contender.
All they're gonna do is keep raising it to solidify these contracts. Like, listen, I'm telling you right now, Y'all heard it first on the post-podium podcast. The Ohtani contracts is coming to the NFL. I'm telling you right now, man.
What kind? Oh, Ohtani. This dude,
bro, I'm
Ohtani.
telling you. Listen, Keyshawn.
How can
Dude, this joint is revolutionary. Like, I'm serious. Think about it. Think about it from both perspectives, the players and the organization. So it's $700 million, right? He only got to pay the man $2 million every year until the last year. Then he gets $600. So listen, if you're the organization, let's just say that right now the salary cap won't allow it, but let's say it did. You mean to tell me as an owner or a GM, I got the opportunity to take what you want to make. I could take half of your salary, what that number is, I could put it in the high yield savings account and let it sit there, and I could pay you with the interest alone. Just off the interest.
That'd be something the CDA had to work out.
Right. Because the other side of that too is you'd have to have a fully guaranteed contract, and owners are trying to fight that tooth and nail as it is right now. So to think that they're going to be giving away, can you pull his camera back a little bit? Okay. To think that a almost $300 million contract is going to be fully guaranteed in the NFL, I think we are ways away from that. I don't think owners are going to be willing to do that, because once you start getting into guaranteed contracts, you almost have to now start bringing up the luxury tax conversation, because what's going to stop a rich owner from just saying, like, screw it, I'm gonna just, you know what I mean? Like, if we're gonna do this, then give me a luxury tax so that I can spend as much as I want to spend. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're gonna do all that, guaranteed contracts and have a salary cap, like, people are not gonna be able to field the team after 5 years with all these guaranteed contracts. You know what I'm saying? Like, the dead cap will probably be gone. Like, at that point, what's the point of even having a salary cap?
That's what I'm saying. And like I said, when we first started off, we didn't have one. So. Yeah,
but they did that so that smaller market teams could be just as viable. Like, in baseball, they don't have that parity now. In baseball, I mean, the Yankees aren't a good team, but they're able to field a playoff caliber team just about every year. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't think a smaller market team, like, what's the small market team in baseball? The Marlins, maybe? Colorado, yeah, the Rockies. The Rockies are definitely not good every season. You know what I'm saying? Milwaukee, the Brewers. Brewers definitely not good every season. You know what I'm saying? But with the salary cap, teams like the Buffalo Bills can be good every season. Teams like the Cincinnati Bengals can be good every season. Teams like the Browns can be good. Not Detroit. Who's another small market team?
What, in football?
Yeah.
Green Bay?
Yeah, Green Bay is always good. I mean, right, Columbus, the Reds in baseball, you know, I mean, it's just, I don't know.
When the Carter ordered those, if you look at the contract structure, actually, Trevor Lawrence's contract is higher, much higher than Josh Allen's, because Josh Allen's total guaranteed is 150. Trevor Lawrence's total guaranteed is $200 million over the first 5 years. No dead cap after it's out. Yeah, Josh Allen, if he has it out in 2026, we still owe 31.5 against the cap. So it's a big difference in the way the contracts are structured. So Josh Allen needs to be like, you know what? Nah, I need my numbers to look more like that.
And then right now, Trevor Lawrence is the highest paid. He has the highest paid NFL contract right now.
Yep. And then next year,
and he's his guarantee is what, $200 million?
$200 million total.
So this is 2024.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is going to happen in 2028?
Hey, 2025.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, that's what I'm saying. These guaranteed contracts, it's 200 this year. It's going to be 400. I'm telling you, it's going to get up to that point. It's happening.
I look at this like we look at our paychecks. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but if you ask me how much I make gross, I have no clue.
You don't know?
All I care about is what I'm bringing home.
Oh, okay.
That's all I care about. I have no idea what they say on my statement, because the debits and credits never line up. Yeah. Just tell me what you're gonna give me. I don't want to cry over the stuff you're taking from me, because I saw what taxes take from me, and it ain't pretty. So
the gross I like to know is just I want to know what type of tax bracket I'm in. So
I know which one that is, and it sucks.
The gross.
I know which one that is. It's terrible.
All right, Laura's killing me here on the chat. She said, "I want Aramis to never put a 10-minute time limit on things
on stuff we heard
ever again." Hashtag fail. Yeah. So part of the reason we didn't get the 10 minutes is because I got Keyshawn throwing a silent tantrum over there. So I'm just like, all right,
we're
gonna let it right. I mean, that's all we gotten to so far.
We gonna move to your next
but
exercise.
The second
now.
I look over there and you just got this solemn look on your face, like, all right, I'll let the man have his stuff. Okay.
I'll just give my stuff to Ken. I'll just tell him what's up.
No.
Ken, you gonna hear me and hear me well.
I wasn't saying it as if we only gonna spend 10 minutes on stuff we heard.
I am not worried about it, brother.
Huh?
I'm not
saying you are. I'm not saying you are specifically.
I think Laura's bothered.
Huh?
I think Laura's bothered.
Laura's definitely bothered. I think she is. Very much so. She don't like to see me put time limits on stuff, and that's okay.
I mean, only time limit I have is when they tell me I gotta go to work.
Roy, I'm going to give him 14 seconds, bro. I'm going to give him 14 seconds.
14?
14 seconds.
Cool. Time's up.
Roy says, looking at the net pay is gross enough.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, Laura is starting again, Roy. No, so, all right. So part of the reason I said the first 10 minutes is I'm trying to be conscious of what people click on the show for, or what people click on the thumbnail for. Yes, we got the family that's here with us every time, but I'm trying to be a little bit more conscious about the new folks that we get in that we get in here. I don't want to wait till the end of the show anymore and have those people kind of just fall off. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather give them some gratification and a thank you for clicking on the. You know what I'm saying?
We make them laugh.
Right.
We make them laugh.
I'm not saying they don't get anything hanging out with us.
Get in on this. It's a good time.
Like, I'm thinking about it from my perspective. When I'm clicking on a thumbnail, I want to hear what it's about, and especially if it ain't got no chapters. Like, part of the reason we can't do chapters because it's live. You know what I'm saying? And we'd have to go back in and do it later, but it's easier to do with a recorded show because you can just put it right in and then post it and it's done, right? No, but
you got stuff you want to get to, some heavy hitters. So I just want to talk about the OTAs real quick. I mean, that's pretty much all I had.
Go ahead.
And Junior, you'll love this. Did you guys see the Dawson Knox Conor McGovern press conference?
Oh God,
yo,
that was
funny as
such
ever.
A crap fest. It's not even funny.
I loved it. I loved it. God. I hope and pray one of those guys is captain. They can't be captains together.
Conor McGovern gives me the ick.
Why?
Because I don't know. He seems like he's too handsy. Like he liked talking about Josh's hand placement a little bit too much, bro.
The reporter kept going.
Nah.
So I'm gonna paint the scene.
The way he kept looking at Dawson Knox like it was supposed to be some sort of inside joke about where Josh put his hands.
So the reporter says, Josh was talking about the difference between Mitch Morse and you, and where Mitch likes Josh's hands and where Josh likes to put his hands, and Dawson's like. and so McGovern looks at him like, yeah. He's like, so like, I put mine, you got to know where you put his hands a little to the right. I like mine on a little to the left. And Dawson,
you see what I'm saying? Like, come on,
and Dawson's like, he's like,
right, exactly. Dawson Knight's like, yo, bro, you tripping right now. You tripping.
Dawson was the first one though. Dawson, because Conor hit him with the illest pause moment, but he ain't say it. Did you see it?
Yeah.
What did he say? I'm trying to think. I got it here. He said, no, this is what he said. He said, somebody asked him something about the offensive construct and philosophy, and Dawson's like, I like the fact that now me and Dalton out there, if I look across him as a linebacker on me, we can definitely spread them out. And Conor McGovern's like, he's like, and then like the whole time they doing this nonsense, like the interview was based on Dawson Knox, because every time they asked a question, like he was gonna slide it over to Conor, but he's like, no, this is for you. He's like, okay, but I lie to you not. Like I'm like, yo, they cannot be captains together at any point in time, because this would be the livest thing I've ever seen. I have to see more of these two guys. He did say Dawson Knox did say that Dalton Kincaid, when asked, is different this year. You can tell it different. He said last year this time his head was spinning.
Really?
Yeah, he said this year he's confident. He looked good. But everybody said, and I gotta go back. Everybody said it. The loudest voice in the room, that's not Bobby Babich.
Yep.
is my guy, Mac Hollins. The loudest cat in the room.
That's his guy again? That's his guy again.
That's
The feet
my
guy.
The feet guy.
The feet guy?
Right.
That's
Mr.
the guy.
Barefoot.
You know what? Honestly, I think he might be a captain. He actually might be a captain.
Just with the
Special teams and all that stuff. And I don't care. The hands-on approach with Keon Coleman. Okay. All right. So yeah. So I think that was pretty telling. Also, I'm rushing here. Kyer Elam had a strong showing again. Second session, volunteers tore it apart. Involuntaries tore it apart. He picked out Josh Allen twice in the 3-day session. And once was Keon Coleman falling down, but it doesn't matter. He still ready to play. He still was
He was in the right spot where he was in the right spot where he needed to be.
Right. He was where he needed to be. So I mean, you stack days on top of days on top of days. It doesn't help that one of Christian Benford, Taron Johnson, and Rasul Douglas were missing from any combination missing from every session of this thing. So maybe we'll have the whole team together when they go to training camp. But I think Kyer Elam's going to carry over that momentum and the confidence he had up to now.
Are any of you guys worried about the injuries we have right now with Milano and Shakir, or no? You guys not worried about it?
Shakir, no. Milano? Actually, no. I'm not worried about Milano either.
Okay.
Your boy, the thigh doctor, was talking good about him on Rico's show earlier.
Who's that?
I said your boy, the thigh doctor, was talking good about that knee earlier.
Man, he
was talking good about that knee, man.
Thigh doc is funny, man. He's funny. He had, still a Von Miller running. Von Miller's legs like the size of his table, and I'm like, well, all right, okay.
Yeah.
But no, with Milano, he's just not here enough for me to really be worried about it. This is his first year where he was injured and coming back, and I felt like I was going to have him for a full year. Yeah, I'd be worried about it. But now we're too far gone. This is off season. We got a chance to see what life is like without him. Right. I think for me, I'm more worried about Mike Edwards. Yes, I said it. I'm worried about Mike Edwards.
Yeah.
Why?
The Mike Edwards, the one on defense.
Why?
Because they haven't identified an incumbent for him. So
what do you mean?
He's injured now, and there's no talk of another guy that's coming up. There's no talk of another guy that's making his name known in that position. It's kind of like whoever's there is a placeholder until he comes back. The problem is he hasn't had the runs with the first team. He hasn't had runs with anybody really because he hurt his shoulder early on in voluntaries, and he's out for a month and some chance we won't be back before training camp. So I want him to get in, get terminology, get the runs in, get the fields with Taylor Rapp or Cole Bishop, whoever is going to be on that side next to him. But yeah, I think that for me, the fact we have no depth at the safety room is kind of giving me pause.
Yeah. Don't worry about Mike Edwards, man. He was on championship caliber teams. He was on Super Bowl winning defenses. He'll be all right. He'll just come in.
You know what I'm saying?
He'll just
Just plug right in.
It's a McDermott defense. It's easy to follow. Everybody just come in, just grab
get
it.
the job done.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Yeah.
If you feel a little better,
No.
I mean, you should. You should.
I should not.
The veteran presence. 2 Super Bowls on 2 great teams. Play with 2 great quarterbacks.
Okay.
great defensive coordinator.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
Okay.
he's seen it all.
I've seen it all too. I watched the Nuggets win the championship. I've watched Kansas City win it 3 times, but I wasn't a part of any of it. I was just kind of, he has, 100 more plays than I do. But no, I mean, I really think he 29, 20.
Yes.
Yeah, even at 29, he hasn't played enough for me to be like, oh, he's just a plug and play. He's done. He's been there before.
Roy says it's okay. We have Hamlet. He's rolling his eyes though.
Well, no, and I was waiting for somebody to say that, but he was playing strong too. So like, there's literally nobody. I think they have Cam Lewis and who's a rookie. There's a rookie they got back there too. I think.
Yo, Cam is still on the squad.
You think this increases the chances of them spending some money on a free?
Safety?
Yeah.
Nah.
Still can't see it.
Nah.
Wow. What about you?
I'm the wrong person to ask because my stats, my stance on safeties. They're the lowest paid defensive position on the defense. So
not here. They were the highest paid last year.
Well, here, but I mean across the NFL, they're typically the lowest.
They're like mid to low.
But but like you saying that, does that mean you think it would be easy for them to bring somebody in, or you think because the pay is low, the value is low, they're not going to do it? So
a little bit of both, right? So because of one, it's McDermott defense where. Like a lot of people gave a lot of credit. I'm not taking nothing away from Poyer and Hyde. They were probably one of the best safety duos in the NFL. But I do believe that the players that we got now, we can duplicate something similar. They might not be just as good as Poyer and Hyde, but they'll be good enough to where they can get the defense where I don't think we're going to get blown out in the passing game. We're not going to get blown out in the games, period. Like, so I'm not too worried about it, but I do think that if it was a need, they can get somebody real quick to come in. But the problem is, again, they're not getting nobody like elite, just plug and play guys because that's a little higher. You know what I mean? We ain't got the money to get guys like that. But
so, and I know I don't want to like drag this out, but this thought I think could be really interesting. Tell me what you guys think about this. Does it now become possible because we don't have the same level of talent at safety that we did before, that we could begin to see not a scheme change, but more of a scheme shift, right? And here's what I mean by that. So before, when we had Poyer and Hyde, the safeties were responsible for disguising the coverage, right? Because the first place the quarterbacks look at is the back four. They're and I'm talking about when the ball is snapped. They're looking to see what the coverage is. If it's a pass play, that's where they're looking, is those back four. Like how many are dropped? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So the safeties in our defense were typically responsible for fooling the quarterback's eyes pre-snap, right? And then they would flash over into the positions that they were supposed to be once the ball is snapped. I don't know if the players that we have now are capable of doing that to the level that Poyer and Hyde were doing. And if that's the case, I wouldn't trust them to do it. I don't expect the coaches to trust them to do it. So with all that said, do you think it could become a situation now for this defense where we might see some more blitzes? Because now they can't disguise. You know, maybe they have to. You know, they feel like they have to put more pressure on because the back end is going to have to play more traditional coverages. Yeah,
I can see that. Also, again, not a knock on Poyer and Hyde, but they were able to do it because they had the experience in the defense. So these guys, one advantage is they do have. They might not have the knowledge, but they got the youth.
Yeah,
that's right. So now I don't have to pretty much, because in my opinion, I want to disguise to make it easier for my safeties. Well, now I ain't got to disguise because these dudes, they got the speed and the youth to catch up. So play honest and see if you can beat them. So which I do that, I think, to open up for more blitzes though, especially with Cole Bishop. And if I don't know if he's going to start or not, he probably not. But that boy Rapp is dangerous, man. The tackle game, he's dangerous.
Well, I can tell you,
good blitzer too.
If Bishop starts, Rapp won't be starting.
You think he'll be?
Yeah, they won't be in the field. For that, I think this is going to be a unique year. I think this is the year that we're going to get a lot of roses coming out of the concrete because, like you said, Poyer and Hyde gone, Steph Diggs gone, Mitch Morris gone. All these guys are gone, and now is the new class. It's a new guy. We don't know who's who. We don't know, if this iteration of safeties is better than Poyer and Hyde.
Right.
We have no clue. So, I mean, I don't want to sit here right now and say we have to disguise or we have to make it easier or handhold right now. I mean, I'm not saying that's what you're saying, but Cole Bishop might be a ball hawk that nobody saw coming.
Right.
Mike Edwards might be a revelation in this defense.
Right.
I mean, you don't know what Terrell Bernard is going to do with the four guys in front of him, Naquan Jones going back. I'm excited to see, and the more I think about it, the more I'm watching, not watching the hype videos and stuff like that, but the more I'm watching podcasts and information and stuff like that, I'm like, let me see what they got. I don't want to prejudge because there's nobody in this team that we really know about besides, especially on defense, Terrell Bernard. Right. Benford's been hurt, so we don't know what he is. We know what he can be. I know we're going to talk about that, but
he's only the best zone corner in the league right now.
There he is.
Hey.
Boom.
Hey.
But you know what's funny about that? The caveat, and it's not about Benford per se. You can make it if you want, but it's more so. I was going to ask you. I was in the gym. I was thinking about it. I was lifting. I had about 400 on the bar. No, I'm joking. I wasn't benching. I'm just joking.
Yeah, Key back.
No, right. Key is not back. Key ain't back.
Damn! How the mighty have fallen.
No, you know what? No, he's right. Because I'm that old dude with the hoodie on that be at like 20s. Like, this is great. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm not that bad yet. But no, I was thinking, because Del Marino had a stat, and this fact checks is true. No team has seen anywhere near as much man coverage as the Bills. Why? And this is the question I was going to ask you guys. Why is it that the Bills see way more man than any other team out there?
Well, I think a big part of that was because before they had Steph Diggs and they had Cole Beasley, two of the best receivers in the league at the diversity with which they can run routes, and then secondly, they can find holes in any zone. So in order to stop them, they needed to be able to man up with them, which also didn't work.
Well, this is last year though.
Huh?
This is last year.
Are you saying the defenses played the Bills man coverage versus zone coverage, or are we saying
way
we played?
more? No, we played.
Really? That's hard to believe.
No, that's what I'm saying. Against us last year alone, when we had Gabe Davis and insert name here with Steph Diggs, they played. I think it was a margin, a wide margin. It wasn't even close. The Bills saw way more man coverage than any other team in the league.
Wow.
Why would they?
That's what I'm asking you. Why would but I can tell you why. Well, this is what I surmise.
Okay.
I think they're
No, go ahead with it. You're right.
for a defense against Josh Allen, right? He's gonna live and die by his arm. So like, if you get him a good man coverage, and you somehow mess up his timing or don't get him because he's not the most accurate guy. Like he'll throw it in the area, but it's, you know what I'm saying. So I think you got a better chance of him not completing the pass going man versus zone.
Well, I thought about that too, and here's what it really comes down to. You need to be able to spy Josh Allen, and you can, but you can't spy regularly in a zone coverage. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
You'd almost have to assign your linebacker or your safety to cover almost the entire middle of the defense if you're going to have if you're in a nickel coverage, you know what I'm saying, and you're playing man with everybody else and you take one of your linebackers to spy Josh Allen, you're either having your linebacker cover the whole middle or you try and double team that and you just play cover 3 and you have your most of the time is strong that kind of plays down a little bit and covers the back middle, but yeah, I mean that's the only reason I could see teams going man is to be able to spy.
Well, what I thought, and I mean you can tear me apart for this, and it's going to sound exactly what you think I'm going to say.
What?
Nobody respected the athleticism of our wide receiver core last year.
Oh.
They said we have better athletes than you do,
right?
And we don't fear anybody but number 14. So I'm going to put this guy over here,
one-on-one.
My guy can beat your guy, and that's what I felt when I heard it. And I was wondering if you guys came to that conclusion, but you said the spy, and you said that live and die by the arm. And my thing is, okay, with Beasley, yeah, I get it, because he was a hole finder. Diggs was a hole finder, but last year, why? Because we didn't have, Shakir. Nobody cared about Shakir.
Right.
Even, and that's, until Dorsey showed up, until Brady showed up. Gabe Davis was a no-show in pretty much, 75% of the season. Yeah. So it's like, okay, if you're no-showing on man coverage, Kincaid is the only other option. We can bracket him and bracket Diggs. Why not just let it ride?
Right.
So this year, with the advent, I'm hoping, of Knox and Kincaid and Coleman and all these other no-name guys, finger quote, no disrespect.
It's a lot of mysteries, too.
That's my thing. The rose in concrete, I think this team is going to be that rose in concrete. So when we're talking about, projected winnings and projected standings, I could see, especially early on, getting off to a hot start because nobody knows who's who. They're like, barring injury, you're not gonna see what Keon Coleman is in the first 4 weeks.
Right.
There's not enough tape for that kind of stuff. There's not enough tape for Matt Collins with Josh or whoever else, Curtis Samuel.
Yeah, and even Curtis Samuel, you see them in Washington, but you don't know what role he's gonna play in Buffalo.
Right.
You don't know what he's gonna do in Buffalo.
So I think that's for me. It's a very intriguing thing that Marino keeps bringing that stat up.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we are probably going to see a lot more zone coverage this year as a result of all that.
I think so too.
The other thing with the man coverage stuff too, though, is we didn't have like White Towns King said the Bills lacked elite speed at wide receiver. That was a part of it, because if we didn't have to worry about guys blasting man coverage all over the place because the DBs just simply cannot keep up.
Right.
They don't have to worry about that. That's when you start to see, like, the Bills play zone all the time against Tyreek Hill. They almost never play man against him. so stuff like that matters. But I think the other part of that too is, Dorsey's playbook. This is going to be the first year we get to see Brady's playbook. Yep. But last year he had to use Dorsey's playbook, and he had to try and tweak the routes. Like one of the things Rasul Douglas talked about in his press conference earlier this week or late last week, one of the two.
I'm impressed. You watch these pressers now. What?
I've been watching these pressers. Listen, I be busy, but I be trying to make the time, okay? Anyway, one of the things that Rasul Douglas talked about was he didn't know the defensive playbook last year. When he came in, he was just learning week by week whatever he had, whatever he was responsible for in that game, and that was it. So whatever calls and all that he needed to know for that game, that's what it was. And I'm pretty sure the same thing was happening with Brady. Whatever we need to do for this one game, route-wise and all that, I'll make a few tweaks if I can. If it works for everybody, cool. If not, we're not doing it. But all of that is to say, I think, man coverage worked very easily against Dorsey's offense just because of the types of route concepts that he was running. They weren't very sophisticated at all. So something like a simple man coverage would work on that. Few comments. Oh, this is what I wanted to ask you guys. Because Columbus Bully says Babbage will be aggressive. And my thought after that was exactly what Laura said, which is if McDermott allows it, right? So let me ask, and actually, folks on the chat, y'all might know this more than me, or not more than me. I don't know this at all. I'm really asking because I don't know. Bobby Babbage Sr.
Mm-hmm. Bob Babbage.
I'm sorry.
Bob Babbage.
Babbage.
Bob Babbage.
I don't know why.
You almost have to say it like that, right?
I don't know why, but it makes a difference because they correct the hell out of themselves when they say it.
Yeah. Really?
They were like, Bobby Babbage. I'm like,
wow.
Does he beat you when he calls you?
You know what I'm saying?
It's just interchangeable.
So
Robert.
Let's just say Robert. Was Robert Babbage was he known as an aggressive coordinator, defensive position coach? You know what I mean? Like,
are you talking about
think those
in
things
terms of
tend
his
to carry.
philosophy or his temperament?
Philosophy.
I don't think he was known as such an aggressive. He was more a cerebral guy.
Yeah,
he was more.
I know he was really good with the linebackers because when he put his son on, they had a lot of criticism when Bobby Babbage took over. Like, this dude don't know nothing about. He never was a linebackers coach, but he went in there, he absorbed it, and he excelled at it, and he just became good at it. So, yeah, I don't know what his what his temperament was or like what his game plan for the defense was, but I know that he really knew like the linebackers.
Yeah, he was a player's coach. Yeah,
didn't he used to play linebacker back in the day?
I believe so. I looked it up, but I believe so.
Okay, yeah, I was just thinking about this from a Buddy Ryan, Rex Ryan perspective. Maybe that's something that we could kind of look at and say, okay, well, if his dad was this way, maybe some of the philosophy.
I think it's fair because his dad was well liked. His dad was really well. I mean, obviously his dad was a lot older than the players, so there's that component that Bobby has going for him where he's 38 or something like that. So, yeah, he's big brothers with all the players basically. He's intense. They said. I think Dawson Knox was it that said, when he's in the building because all you hear is him. You hear his voice in the hallways all around. You're going to hear Bobby Babbage. So I think they liked it. They feed on it. The example given was when Kyrie Elam had the pick six on Josh. I got to say it because it happened. But they said he took off and did a somersault into the end zone. The first person down there was Bobby Babbage, jumping up and down on him. And they said second person down there, it was Sean McDermott gave him dap.
What?
They said Sean McDermott gave him dap, and Bobby Babbage was all over there patting him on his butt, smacking him on his helmet, all this stuff. They love to do. I don't know if you watch the OTAs. If you watch these OTAs, the footage, show me somebody that's not smiling. They're having fun out there, and that doesn't mean equating wins. But when you're having fun, you absorb, you learn.
Right.
You don't think. You're not worried. You're just automatic, and that's what you want. You don't want robots. You want these higher paid machines to do what they love and have fun doing it because they want to be. You want them to want to be in Buffalo, and that alludes to what Rasul Douglas said when he said, that whole this is your contract. He's like, it is. This is my contract. Oh, I ain't know that. I ain't thinking about that.
Yeah, okay.
Here we go. Fuck
right.
you mean?
Right,
Anyway,
exactly.
but on top of that, he said, I hope that maybe I can go out there and do something that the people upstairs will notice and think I'm worth something and give me some green.
Yeah.
That's fair. But the thing is, like I said, what was it, a show or two ago? I was like, does he even want to be here? If he says that, I mean, of course he wants the money over anything. He's going to go where the money is, I'm thinking. But you're considering Buffalo. You're not like, man, I can't wait to these 17 weeks so I can get out of here.
Right.
And that used to be the culture. I can't wait. LaShawn McCoy, they sent me to die. Other guys.
Right.
I think they even asked Diggs that.
Yes, Diggs firmly believed Minnesota sent him here.
He did. He said that.
Yeah.
I mean, and the thing is, just like everybody else, he loved something about Buffalo. Didn't love everything about it. That's fair. I don't love everything about everything I do or every place I go. Yep. But I don't hate it, and he didn't hate it, and he definitely didn't hate the fans. It was the rest of the stuff.
And I think that's one of the things that turned the situation, because he took a situation that didn't look good and he flipped it on him. Mm-hmm. Like, oh yeah, you gonna suck over there? Oh, am I? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Career best.
Right. Watch this.
Yep.
For him and Allen.
Like, watch this.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's refreshing to see. I mean, you look at Fred Smoot, or not Fred, Dwayne Smoot. Mm-hmm. Smiling, and he's got that face to him. He's like, yo, I don't even know if I want to see this cat at the club, But Lyle Collins, that is a short, white dude. I don't know how tall he really is, but he wide. And
how tall is 6'3"? I think he is.
Maybe, but he wide. But I think the culture, and I do use the word in Buffalo, kind of on purpose. The culture is almost changing. Like, what was it about Butler that?
Oh, he's 6'4".
Huh?
He's 6'4". Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
he must have been sitting next to. No, he must have been sitting next to Spencer Brown and him. I don't know, because Spencer Brown 6'8". I didn't say me. I didn't say he was little. I said he looked little.
Compared to Keyshawn, he's little.
6'4" is not bad.
Right.
If you a girl,
there you go.
If you a girl,
Camila Cardoso's about average, right? All 6'7".
Oh man, this is bad.
But yeah, no. But no, I think that McDermott, he needs to find a crew that's gonna lead him in, mm-hmm. And I think he got it halfway right with a die, because a die really took a shine to Kyer. And if Rasul Douglas doesn't pan out, or he prices himself out of what Buffalo wants to pay, you got the number 3 that possibly can come in. And that'll segue, I guess, into what you want to talk about next. And because my notes did segue into it. I didn't know you were really going to talk about Christian Benford, but
it works out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's reset for everybody that's just joining us and for
commercial break.
Huh?
We doing a commercial break?
Do we have a commercial?
I can find one. No.
All right. I mean, if it's like that, go ahead, brother. I'm trying to make some money too. Shoot, we need to give me some sponsorships.
Oh, speaking of which,
what?
You know what 40 Key did?
What?
Man, I had to go get some footwear for the job.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo.
Why?
Because I'd be huffing up there. First and foremost, I'm in Famous Footwear. Yes, that's where I shop. That's where my pockets allow me to shop.
Nothing wrong with that, brother. Nothing.
At 40 years old, hey,
don't
whatever.
bring the age into that. You could have just
right,
said.
Because I was at 35,
right.
30.
Okay. All right.
Probably like 6. No, I was at Payless earlier. Mom, you know what? Just cover your ears, because she told me I'm going too far with to be like I was like a little whatever. It was true, but she doesn't want me to tell everybody.
You can find some nice stuff there. I'm a sneaker guy. Like I like shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
Huh?
I am not at all.
Oh my gosh.
I have.
Wait till I get some. my closet gonna be lit up. I promise you, my closet gonna be lit.
Yo, this is sad. I got one pair of sneakers that I bought. Was 2 pairs of sneakers I bought this year.
Yeah.
I got 2 other pairs of sneakers that are older than Ken in my closet. I got like 2 pairs of dress shoes, 3 pairs of winter boots. That's pretty much it.
I don't usually get to buy that often.
Yeah.
But when I do, I'm usually getting like 3-4 pairs at a time. You know,
I
I need
BOGOs.
huh?
I need BOGOs, man. I need the BOGOs, man.
No, but see, I don't like. I rarely go to like a mall or anywhere like that. Like I usually buy my stuff online.
Yeah,
You know
oh,
what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
Like it's just easier. It's cheaper too.
But no, where I was going with this is
Hey, there you go, Laura. She said she direct deposit her paycheck to Nike. That's what I'm talking about.
ooh, she got
Whoa,
a little,
Roy, you can't be on that team, Roy. Come on, I know you got more flavor than that. He said $18 Velcro sneakers from Walmart.
do it. Do it. I can't get jiggy. You know why? Because I played basketball growing up, and I did have the Spaldings and the Voights and I had those. Remember those? I know you say I never had them, but I did. Anyway,
Roy, I don't believe you. I think you got more flavor than that.
before Allen Iverson, I was want to get my ankles took. Why? Because my shoes ain't let me stop. You know how you do your slides?
Yep.
And it just kept sliding. I'm like, I'm over here, but I can't stop. I'm like doing all this stuff over here, trying to get back where I'm supposed to be. It wasn't my fault. I had no grip. I was wondering why my shoes never squeaked. Everybody else's shoes squeaked. Mine didn't.
Yo, White Towns King said Famous Footwear is the only place that sells those 19s you be wearing. Zuzu says Nike fit too thin. I mean, you gotta, so like Nike, you gotta get bigger sizes. Like that's the thing. You gotta, like I wear a 12. So most Jordans and Nikes, I get like a 12, and those usually fit pretty nice. You know what I'm saying? But what's another shoe that might be bigger?
Bigger?
Usually, yeah. Like usually, I think Puma sneakers are pretty fit.
I like Pumas. I just found those.
I mean, I really only wear like Nike, Jordan. Somebody gave me the Puma sneakers I have now.
Yo, Puma's a revelation.
They are very comfortable. I'm not gonna lie, they are very, very comfortable for walking around.
I mean, mine do had a stride right on the side of the box. I don't really care because you know.
where did you get those from, bro?
Famous Footwear. Hey, you paying attention?
I would have went right back in the store. Can you switch the box in these, please?
So I'm in the store yesterday, and I'm like, man, I gotta, because I have leather dress shoes for the airport. Back in the day, my dad programmed me to wear what you're supposed to wear. So I'm like, man, you know what? Feet get hot. I'm walking a lot. I need some ventilation. I'm going around feeling the inside of sneakers. I'm looking at them. I'm observing them, and I'm like, you know what? These Skechers look like a beast right now. I picked these things up. Those are the ones with the back that you don't got to pull up. You can just step in.
Ooh.
Yo.
Step and go.
Fam, that's what they are, and that's what I'm going to be in for the rest of my days. I want the Skechers basketball shoes next.
Yeah.
They got a basketball line. Do not laugh at me. I'm getting the basketball shoes. And I'm cramming on somebody. I'm about to stuff all over somebody. Watch. Good, and some Skechers.
Yo,
Rico, what up?
I got a variety of sneakers, man. Like I don't just wear just one brand. Like whatever I like, I get. So like if those is hot, I'll get those. Like right now, I'm on the municipal joints.
Municipal.
What is that?
Mark Wahlberg line.
What?
Oh.
Them joints is comfy, bro.
Really?
When did he come out with those?
This was like last year.
Municipal.
I'm late.
Yo.
I'm mad late.
Yo, they tight, bro.
For real?
They tight.
I'm about to look, but I got to
I gotta check those.
I gotta look at the figures first because you know how Mel talking about a tax bracket. Oh man,
I got you.
I got you.
And you know my man Wahlberg do the military discount.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, isn't that just convenient?
I got you. If you want them, just tell me. I get them. I got you.
See? Okay, perfect. We got the plug.
The municipals.
Yeah.
Yo,
I'm about to
remember the Reebok pumps?
Yeah, the D Browns,
bro. Back in the day, I don't know if y'all remember. Back in the day, them joints was like 150. Back in the day,
yeah, easy,
right? And my mom was not buying them sneakers. It's not happening. So every once in a while, remember I told you we get the little nostalgia every once in a while. Mm-hmm. I saw them joints. I'm like, man, I always wanted some pair. I got like 3 pair of them joints, and I got the 25th anniversary edition.
They the same price now?
The new ones, yeah, pretty much.
Really?
But I got the 25th anniversary edition of Superman joints with the Shaq. So I got the Supermans on them. So one red, one blue with the.
Oh wow!
You know what's funny about pumps though, and I'm gonna go back to this because this is the true story. I had Spaldings with the little ball in the front that it had the inflatable kind of.
Oh yeah,
man! I'm like 8 years old. I thought I was really inflating my joints.
Yeah,
it wasn't doing nothing. Like
nothing at all.
I'm squeezing the hell out these shoes.
Yep, I swore I was doing it too. My mom tricked me. Yeah. She got me with them joints. Roy said 1 pair of Avias. Does that count? Yeah, I think it does. Like Avia, it's weird. Avia is one of those brands that's been around forever, kind of like Champion. And Champion actually made a comeback like what, 10 years ago?
I would not wear Champions.
No?
What?
I refuse.
Why?
I got clown for champions in 93, 94.
Did you really?
Got
Right, but
clown for
it became a legit brand like 10 years ago.
I know, but I just told you I would not wear snapbacks for the very same reason.
Oh.
I got clown for these things.
He was scarred.
Back in the day.
He
You ain't gonna tell me
There's no
I was a
going back.
bum back then.
There's no going back.
My mom has a champion sweatshirt that I had back in the day. She's still, I'm like, yo, you know how much that shirt goes for now?
Yeah.
I got that thing for like
Yeah.
Ames.
Some joints is vintage now.
Yeah, I got them from Ames for like $8.
Solomon said British Knights was the truth.
The BKs.
Thank
Yo, the
you.
BKs?
The BKs was the truth back in
The
the day.
BKs.
The BKs and the
Oh,
LA
man.
Gears.
Oh,
Yo,
LA Gears.
LA Gears. I was just
LA
showing my wife the
Gears.
LA Gears. Oh my god. Yo, I had the joints. I had the high top joints with the little the light in the back when you take the cartridge out and replace the battery.
Yeah.
All them joints is fire, son. There was like a dark blue and yellow, like the Rams colors. All them joints is fire.
Why you looking like that, Key?
Because I thought I had a period that I could pull the cartridge out of the back.
It was.
It was just for show.
You just broke the rubber in the back.
No, I realized before I pulled it off that it wasn't going to happen.
Like, oh, man.
I was like,
Ah.
it looked like it though, so I just, it didn't blink.
Man.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I was little. I thought it was different. But I'm happy now. Whatever. Me and my Pumas, we get it down. We get it good. Skechers, we get it good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rico says happy early Father's Day, fellas.
Thank you.
You too,
Thank
sir.
you.
You too,
Appreciate
sir.
it. Appreciate it. Back to you, my man.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
they don't. They don't. You said cats don't know about the BKs and the LA Gears, man. They sure don't.
I know I wanted them because I used to watch Nickelodeon, and they gave BKs away for every prize on Nickelodeon back in the day. Double
did.
Dare,
Yeah, they did.
BKs.
That's right.
What was that? What was the arcade game show they had back in the day? This was
Legend of the Hidden Temple?
no before this is like 90,
That was my
91 ish. Yeah, this is when they actually played in our video challenge. They had to answer questions. It was like video challenges.
Yeah.
And they gave away. Yeah, they had to go in the game. This is like
This was Nickelodeon?
Yeah.
I wasn't watching that back then.
Nah.
I was a Cartoon Network kid.
Oh.
Yeah, so-
I used to watch hard like you remember Double Dare?
Yeah.
You had to go get the flag out the slime?
out the slime. Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's why when we get to the main event, I'm going to be silent. So I got to get all my laughs out now because we're going to enter a realm in which I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyway, Christian Benford, you said.
Yes, Christian Benford. All right, so if I ever tell you ever again that we're going to take a short period of time to do something, bet the
No,
over,
you're
okay?
right. You're wrong because this ain't stuff we heard no more. So that was, it went more than 10 minutes, but it wasn't that much. Just a little bit.
I mean, stuff we heard could literally be a whole show.
it usually is.
Right.
I'm
So,
good. Laura's good with that, but
Yeah, that's true. So I came up with this topic. It's not going to be a long topic, but Christian Benford has now made my Levi Wallace list.
I'm gonna stall you out.
Huh?
I'm going to stall you out. Start again.
So this conversation started in a text message, and it started with I think it was just a link that my pop sent me about Christian Benford being the #1 overall rated zone corner by Pro Football Focus. And so I sent that to the fellas to see what they would say about it, because when I was talking to my pop about it, my reaction to it was, okay, that it sounds good, but what does it really mean? Because in my mind, I had two main thoughts. First one was, he's getting a lot of credit for doing half a job a corner does, right? Most corners in the league, if you ask them, they all want to be a lockdown corner, right? They all want to be able to do everything. They all don't get that opportunity. It may be a situation where they don't get that opportunity in college, so they never get to develop in that, or they don't have the athleticism to do it all the way. But every corner wants to be a lockdown corner. They will all tell you that, right? So the second thought was, the system he plays in is a heavy zone system that is designed to enhance the effectiveness of the defensive backs. That was Sean McDermott's specialty, right? And the reference I gave was Josh Norman. Josh Norman was a great corner in Carolina when he was with Sean McDermott. They didn't want to give him the bag, probably because they knew he benefited, the most from McDermott's system. Norman then went to DC, and he was okay, but he wasn't the same guy that he was in Carolina, right? But then, Keyshawn starts saying King Benford and all this other stuff and just blowing it out of proportion. I
put the
warned him.
minions on there and everything.
I said, so the Levi Wallace list, for those of you that don't know, I had an issue with Levi Wallace not not getting good competitors for his position during his tenure here. I felt he was kind of gifted the job because they kept bringing has-beens onto the team to compete with him for the number 2 spot that were never athletic enough or not as good in their old age to beat out Levi Wallace.
Man, he was kicking their chest in.
You know what? All right, I'm gonna move right past that and keep going. So that became the Levi Wallace list because I hated the concept of a player being gifted a position because a coach likes him or whatever. I hated the thought of that, and it never seemed as though they offered adequate competition for that position. So now you fast forward to Christian Benford, who stole the job from Kaiir Elam, and lo and behold, we find out that the DB coach didn't like Kaiir Elam. And that might have played a part into why he didn't get the opportunities and the starting job. I'm not saying that's the only reason. It could have been other stuff. Like we saw that Kaiir Elam was, a little aggressive, and Stephon Diggs had issues with, him being a little too handsy in practice and stuff like that. So I'm not dismissing the other factors that exist.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Right. So, but for Christian Benford to be where he's at and 2 years in a row beat out Kaiir Elam for a number 2 spot when every single time we've seen Elam on the field, he's looked better than Benford. Now, I think both of them have the same amount of interceptions, but I cannot remember a Christian Benford interception. Can you guys?
I mean, I can remember him. I don't remember who it was on or whatever, so I'll say no. But I can remember him doing it.
I'll tell you what, his is not as pretty as Kair's. Usually Kaiir is like a ball hawk. He's picking it out. Benford is usually it's a tip drill or he's in the right spot and he makes a play on the ball.
He's got the Jarris Bird effect.
Jarris Bird. Well, that's also the Mike Edwards effect. So,
oh man, God!
I thought you might like that one. That made me bring about this debate because stuff like this it can be intriguing, but it can also be a little bit of an opportunity for exoneration if there's evidence presented that I'm wrong. So I'm looking to
no. Yeah, I'm looking. I'm just looking at his stats to see what he did. I'm not trying to disprove you anything.
Well, on PFF he had a 82.2 rating. Is that right?
91.4.
No, not. I'm talking about overall.
Oh, overall.
Yeah, like as a zone corner, he's 91. But
yeah, he was 82.4. He was like a 45.6 against man coverage.
And Benford, he only has 3 career picks.
Right. Elam has the same, right?
I'm pretty sure. He might got more. Let me see.
Okay. That would be dope if you did. So real quick, because you might have to give me your password and stuff because I can't get none of this stuff, and I'm not paying $200-$300 for freaking Pro Football Focus.
Why not? Just give up one of them pairs of Jordans.
No, never give nothing.
Come on over to the Spalding.
What side you wear?
What's going on, OG Chris?
He's got 2.
So who are some of the other names that have a similar rating to Christian Benford? I just want to see what those names are.
So you got Jalen Johnson.
You talking about zone
or overall?
No, overall.
Oh, overall.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Give me 1 second here. All right, overall coverage. Christian Benford will go. Let's see, he's 15th overall. So you're looking at Ethan Bonner. Actually, let's do this. How about we do this? I'm gonna shrink it because I want to make it. We're gonna do 20% of the top guy in coverage reps. So 20% is 723 possible snaps.
Okay.
Christian Benford ranks 11th overall, next to Kendall Fuller and just above Taron Johnson. Mm-hmm. Nick McLeod below Taron Johnson. Paulson Adebo below Nick McLeod. Just above Christian Benford, like I said, Kendall Fuller, J.C. Horn, Traverius Ward, Michael Carter the second, and Rasul Douglas is 6th. And then you kind of get egregious with Jalen Johnson, Sauce Gardner, Deron Bland, Darius Williams, Derek Stingley, just above Rasul Douglas 1 through 5.
Right now, there's 4 guys on this list that play as good man coverage as they do zone coverage right now. I'm talking about Sauce Gardner, Darius Williams, Derek Stingley, and to a degree Rasul Douglas.
Yeah, because Jalen Johnson, he kind of fits into that heavy zone as well.
Yes.
I'm
Yep.
proud of myself. I knew that because I did research on him when I thought, maybe.
Yeah, so I mean he's not in bad company. I mean, you're talking about two of the top 5 rated corners in like overall, right? Because this is overall ratings, right?
Yeah, it's overall. And look at number 20 is Trent McDuffie.
That's kind of surprising. Overall coverage.
Overall coverage.
The man got an All-Pro rating. How is he lower than Taron Johnson?
Well, he made it as a slot. Taron Johnson. Oh yeah, Taron Johnson. I'm sorry.
So let me ask you. Well, okay, then let me pose this question: What would be the differences between how the stats for a nickel corner are tracked and an outside corner are tracked? You get what I'm saying? Because I imagine a nickel corner is going to see a lot more, or he's going to get a lot more zone coverages in nickel schemes, it's in our defense anyway, but in most defenses that play cover 2 shell or that are designed to stop the pass, like the Bills defense is.
I'm looking at, I listen, I heard you, I'm not disregarding, I'm just trying to compare it because I can't sort it. So I'm like looking at Taron Johnson and Trent McDuffie, and Taron Johnson's numbers are better than McDuffie's.
And that's surprising because people talk about Trent McDuffie like
I know.
he's
Maybe because he's a rookie. Or he was a second-year man or whatever. Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
I mean, I guess. But did Taron Johnson get an All-Pro last year?
No.
I think that's a problem.
Yeah.
I think that's a major problem.
Taron Johnson, he's the top overall paid nickel, but like you said, I don't know. And I didn't think about it. And I really wouldn't have said, if we went this blind, I wouldn't have said that he was better rated than Trent McDuffie. So I don't know. I mean, his numbers are better in every way possible. Reception percentage, he's seen more targets, and he's about 6% higher than McDuffie, which more targets will usually equate to more receptions. 480 yards for Taron Johnson compared to Trent McDuffie's 490 on less targets. So he's giving up more yards. Taron Johnson 8 yards per reception. Trent McDuffie at 10.7. I don't know. I mean, we're going to bring this back to your point about Christian Benford, but when you said that, I had to look at it. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, so Solomon's point here too also makes this kind of surprising how Benford is rated higher because he says nickel corner has more body of work though too, which is also very true. Like they have more of a responsibility in the run game on blitzes and things like that. So for Taron Johnson to be rated, even though it's slightly below, it's still below Christian Benford. Right. So here's what I think it comes down to. These overall scores seem to be the combination of their zone and man scores, right? So we already looked at Christian Benford's man numbers. They aren't that great, but because his zone coverage numbers are number 1 overall, he gets pushed up in that. You know what I mean? To me, that kind of creates a little bit of a flaw with that rating system because I don't.
Yeah, I don't really go off the ratings, and I had to do a deeper dive on actual numbers.
Okay.
I mean, it's nice, PFF they say some outlandish crap. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like, what the hell was that? But but some of their articles are good. They're a good point of research. If you want to do further research, I wouldn't suggest just taking our word as gospel.
Right.
But yeah, if you look at we had to do a deep dive just a minute ago with the numbers. He was a quiet assassin. He was a quiet assassin.
Yeah, and I think that's always been my goal on this show too is to just kind of nudge people to just think a little bit deeper. Don't take everything the media says as gospel. Don't take everything Sean McDermott says as God. Like just do a little bit of research. You never know what you might find. One of the other things too with the PFF ratings, when I was talking to my pops, he said, how do they know what coverage they're running? You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's very few ways to know definitively that exist outside of actually talking to the coaches and getting it straight from the horse's mouth. So most of the time these are, football analysts that are looking at what they see and making a judgment call and saying, okay, we're going to put all this into our stats. So, just Be careful. Be careful what you're taking in.
You know, and that's why you don't want to attack somebody. You know, because the guys that cover one, I don't know if they ever played. I think one of them said he played running back or something like that. But they're heavy into their craft.
Yeah,
they might not be right, but respect their work.
Yeah,
you know, that's the thing. They're not just reading stuff and regurgitating what they're reading as gospel. They're doing work.
Yep.
Right.
You know, even us. You know, we're I'm not saying we're full time. We're putting getting paid on somebody's payroll to do this, but we're looking at this far and beyond when we're on these mics. You know,
right.
We do prep work and stuff like that. So we could be wrong.
And here's the other thing, like, and again, this is my arms only work one way. I can't pat myself on the back. When I'm driving, if I'm not watching videos on how to grow a YouTube channel, I'm watching interviews with the Bills. I'm watching other people's podcasts. I'm consuming this stuff.
To a lot of stuff
during the only time that I can. You know what I'm saying?
Listening. I'm lucky. I'm number one in seniority at my other job because when I'm down there, they be like, "Yo, he's watching WNBA. Just leave him alone. He's listening to. He's got his earbud in. Just step back.
Yeah,
just step back. That's legit. That's what they say." Okay, we're gonna ask somebody else.
You know what's funny? Hearing y'all talk about the WNBA is like, but then this Caitlin Clark stuff is like, now don't get me wrong, on TV and other sports shows and stuff like that, like everybody's talking about this girl, but what's interesting, what's putting an interest in my mind to see what's going on is, the league is beating her up and the league is doing this to this girl, and it's like, I want to see if she can overcome that.
She's
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, her points are being stymied because everybody knows she's gonna put it up. She's like the Steph Curry, but and speaking of which, Cameron Brink from the Sparks, she's Steph Curry's god sister, so that's just a tidbit. But anyway, I think she's holding her own, and going into it, they touched you. Even Angel Reese got thrown to the ground by, I forget who it was, but tossed up. So Caitlin Clark, she gives it to him, and if you say she doesn't, go watch it in because she's jawing just like the best of them.
Right.
She out there talking ish, and I respect it. It's a hell of a game. It's a hell of a game.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's different, but it's cool.
I would love to one day do a podcast on WNBA. I really would.
We can do it on this show. What you mean one day do a podcast?
Well, yeah,
That'd be dope.
I really would.
Y'all gotta carry the show though, because I don't know nothing.
No,
about
I would easily.
Okay.
But see, the only thing I don't like about it is like on the social media. I mean, not social media, on the national media. Mm-hmm. Did you see the girl got into it with Stephen A?
Yeah. You talking about McNutt?
Yeah.
No, she got into it with Shannon Sharp and everybody.
Yeah. So basically, like, she was saying how, don't nobody give WNBA love, and Stephen A was like,
he's like,
name one other show on national media that talks about WNBA more than me. And she just kind of like shuffled the question like a politician, and she was like, well, you know who you are. You could have done more.
He was like, he was visibly hurt.
Yo,
he was
pushing an agenda.
I've seen Stephen A go back and forth with Skip. I've never seen him just
be quiet.
Are
just
you
put his
kidding
head
me?
down.
Like he was,
wow.
you could tell he was really hurt. He was really hurt by that.
He was like, wow, I'm shocked.
Yeah,
I'm shocked.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, I would. That would be something. If somebody wants to invest, honestly, I have the league pass.
Do you?
It's $35 for a whole season.
Oh, I got it on the.
Yes.
How could you not?
I got mine on it's on the stick for me, so I just go down.
There you go. But no, I mean, honestly, like you were talking about, you lost money on that one. I said, dude, you should talk to me.
I know.
I'll be watching it like clockwork.
But you see, I got it back though.
You better get it back.
Yeah.
You better get it back.
Got it back.
But yeah, no, I think that would be something I thought about. I was going to ask you, not this year, next season or whatever. We could talk about maybe doing something like that. Yeah. If people were interested, I want to gauge interest on that. If anybody would be interested in maybe delving, because they're selling out games. This is crazy. It's crazy.
The weird thing about it is, I think they can shoot better than the men.
This is what it is.
But it's weird because like the defense is not there like the NBA, and like they don't have like the drive to go to the basket, but like they can shoot, bro.
Well, this is what I've always said. I've always said, and I'm very mindful of the time here, but I've always said women are way more fundamental than men. The men are better athletes, and that's not being sexist. This is physiological.
Right.
Women will dust us in endurance. If you're trying to run me, I'm not racing a woman on cross country. Kiss my butt. But in that 100, I got a shot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I tell you right now, when out in Junie, I tell you right now, watching these girls playing the post, watching the post moves, it takes me back. I mean, you got Ryan Howard, you got Kate Martin, you got Caitlin Clark. They bomb. They put them things out there. But then you got girls in the post too, and they got the drop steps, they got the turnarounds, they got hooks. Yeah, I mean, of course, some of the shots are way off, but I think their attention to detail and defense, attention to just the way basketball's supposed to be played, it surpassed men right now, because men they just want to get to the ball, just the rack and stuff.
Right.
All they want to do is put it in the hole.
Posterize.
The posterize. That's it. And I think this is just a change. I haven't watched a lick of NBA Finals. Not a lick. Since the Nuggets have been out, I haven't watched 1 second of basketball.
Yeah, not gonna lie. Once Boston went up 2-0, I'm like,
it's over.
Yeah, I mean, because it don't like Boston. They haven't lost a game away from home. You know what I'm saying? And then they go and win Game 3. It's like I don't think anybody's watching Game 4. It's over.
Yeah, man.
Porzingis is back now. Oh, that's a wrap.
Yeah, but his knee is jacked, so I don't know how much he's going to be able to do. He's got some kind of injury I've never heard of before in his knee.
Listen, the man was in practice during the first game. In the warm-up shooting on one leg. That's all they got to do. Who blocking him? The man 7'3". Who blocking him? Come on, man. Get your Dirk Nowitzki on. Just lift that knee up.
Oh, man.
Bust it over
the head. You going to bring the plate with the foil on top, too?
Huh?
You going to bring the plate with the foil on top, too?
The foil?
Oh, yeah. You know Dirk Nowitzki's wife is black, right? And before every game, she sent him to the game with a plate with the foil on top.
Are you serious?
If I'm lying, I'm flying.
Wow. How did I not know this?
Yeah.
How you been playing so good? He been eating good.
Right.
Oh, man.
Eating good.
And because I just happened, like, woo.
That's why he was winning like that. He had
30 on the day.
Man, before the game, got them collard greens and the pig feet. Oh, man.
And they touch it.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. He had the German soul.
All right. Laura says save time for the game because we are not mindful of the time at all.
Hey, if you enjoying yourself, that's all we ask.
No,
but yeah,
right,
we gonna get to this because somebody asked about it. No,
before we go to the cartoons, I got one thing I wanted to do. It's called Quarterback Who.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna read off some statements, and I want to see, can y'all figure out who the quarterback is?
Hey, this is y'all game.
You
wouldn't
know?
Josh Allen.
You need to stop acting like you don't know nothing about other teams.
I'm gonna try.
All right, we gonna do this. Quarterback Who.
Okay.
I'm gonna read the statement. Tell me who quarterback I'm talking about. Number 1 is the epitome of a player who keeps defensive coordinators up at night and one of the most gifted throwers in the NFL.
This is what somebody said about the quarterback?
Who is this guy? Who is this quarterback?
The epitome of a player that keeps defensive coaches up all night.
Up all night and one of the most gifted throwers in the NFL. Who am I?
Gifted throwers? I'm going to say Aaron Rodgers.
Neither.
Gifted throwers?
Yep.
Gifted throwers. Matt Stafford?
Nope.
Gifted throwers.
Dak Prescott.
Nope. I'm going to give you a hint.
Yes, please.
What type of quarterback would keep defensive coordinators up all night?
Oh, Lamar Jackson.
Ding, ding, ding.
See, I was going to say it, but I didn't want you to kill me because he said gifted throwers. I heard somebody say gifted thrower, but I'm like,
it's like borderline racist if you don't say it. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
I was like, it's got to be.
But
I said, but A's going to kill me if I say Lamar Jackson. So I'm going to let it ride.
Because you always on Lamar Jackson.
I know. That's why I didn't say it.
Nice.
That's why I let it be.
Nice. Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Next one.
I'm going to put some music to this. Hold on. What we got? Let me see. No. We're gonna roll with this joint because this is. Can I hear it? I don't think I can hear it. I don't want to turn it up because I don't want to make people deaf. All right, come on with it.
All right. Yeah. All right. Next one. This quarterback plays the position in its purest form better than any quarterback in the NFL. He surgically dissects defenses on a daily basis. Who am I?
This is a current quarterback?
Yep.
Tua.
No.
He surgically dissects. Read that one more time.
Plays the position in its purest form better than any quarterback in the NFL. He surgically dissects defenses. Who am I?
I really should have bought Madden
Joe
24.
Burrow.
What'd you say?
No, I said Tua. He said Joe Burrow.
Final answer? What you got?
That was it.
Joe Burrow it is.
Yes, let's go.
Joe Burrow it is.
Baby. Killing the game.
See, I think he was right. He doesn't know
No, don't do it because now he gonna use it as
No,
an excuse.
yeah.
Don't give him a way out.
Yo, I'm giving him the 8 Miles finger from MTV.
All right, next one.
Yeah.
One of the greatest arms in NFL history. Power, touch, anticipation, arm angles. He does whatever he needs to do to get the ball there.
Pat Mahomes. Text me the answer next time.
I'm gonna say Matt Stafford.
Text me the next
Final answer?
Yes.
Final answer?
Yes.
Producer?
He's the one step behind me.
He really don't know football like that.
The answer is Matt Stafford.
Yes! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
He killed it.
I
right
know
now.
my boys, man. Yeah. Yeah, Key. Yeah, Key.
As I sip from this water, I'm sure somebody spit in.
He's sipping for the water. Nice.
All right.
Next one.
Yep.
What team depends more on their quarterback?
Oh, my gosh.
4 to 5 power throws a game and throws that make you say, oh, my God.
Brock Purdy.
E.J. Manuel. No,
David Peterman. Josh Allen.
It's got to be Josh. It's got to be.
Josh Allen.
Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah! All right, there you go. I'll give you an alarm. You got one.
All right, I'm going to go sit in the corner now.
All right, we got 2 more.
All right.
We officially hit legendary status. Now he just wants to win. He doesn't care what it looks like or how he does it. He just wants to W.
Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, I'm going to go Pat Mahomes.
Pat Mahomes it
God
is.
dang it. You know what? Just see. Just like Price is Right when they say $1.
I can't miss.
Just like when they say $1 on Price is
can't
Right.
miss.
Come on now.
$5.
600?
501.
Right. 600. 601. What did I do? All this dumb stuff.
Hey, at least I went 601 and not 60-50.
Yo.
Right. All right, last one. He is a machine, but wish he was a little bit less robotic and more backyard football.
Justin Herbert.
He says Herbert. Who do you say, Keyshawn?
He's a machine. Wish he was a little more
Wish he was a little
more
less
backyard and less robotic.
Less robotic, more backyard.
Justin Herbert does not throw with angles, and he's not great when the play breaks down either.
Russell Wilson.
Ooh.
No. His whole game is after the play breaks down.
Final answer?
I'm trying to help you.
Whatever.
I'm
Go
trying to
ahead.
give you a way out. Okay. All right. Come on.
Final answer?
Dak
right?
Prescott.
Justin
But
Herbert.
yeah, this
Justin Herbert.
what
Oh, Dak Prescott. That might have been a good answer. I'm going to stay with Herbert.
I'm gonna go with Dak Prescott.
You gonna go with Dak?
I'm gonna go with Dak.
Justin Herbert.
Yeah!
It don't count when you look at his keyboard.
Huh?
It don't count when you look at his keyboard. I told you, text me next time, bro.
Yo, all right. I'm gonna just keep winning. That's all right. Come on.
Quarterback Hugh. That was the last one.
That was the last one.
Oh yeah, I had
that
a
was
question
fun.
for you guys.
Yeah.
I had a question for you guys, and I thought it was heavy on my heart. Hey, you actually both of y'all know how I get down with it. Hold
My
on.
bad. Let me get the
Oh
music
yeah,
real
you can
quick.
turn it off.
Yeah.
Or we can let it run. Whatever.
Hey,
Move music. You know, it was kind of.
Okay. I mean, we can't hear it here for some reason.
Nobody might be able to hear. I don't know.
It's weird, but okay.
But let's see. Yeah, sounds on there. Have you guys? Where's my mouse? Come on now.
Can't get it.
I got it. Okay. Have you guys ever? And this is kind of tongue in cheek, but kind of serious because I just don't pay that much attention.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody in any other team's press conference anywhere in the world talk about working extremely hard and doing things the right way? Quoted more than the Buffalo Bills.
I saw when you texted that. Yeah, it's annoying.
Does everybody? He does things the right way. Everybody.
I see it in other, but I don't think I see it. You said more?
It's like everybody on the bill says it's like you have to fill a quota
Yeah.
the right way. So it's the trigger word.
Yeah.
Like, what's the right way? You didn't win a Super Bowl.
It's kind
do
of
it the wrong way.
I kind of get like the Patriots vibe when everybody says I just do my job.
Yeah.
Like I do what I'm supposed to do. I do my job. I do my assignment.
My 111 Big Dermot. I mean, my thing is, you do it. If everybody does things the right way, we ain't gonna produce a Super Bowl yet. Do it the wrong way. Follow it up.
Right.
Off the cuff.
It's really weird.
Do something different.
Yeah.
That is really, really weird. All right, Laura says she ain't hearing no music, so we just shut it off.
That's all right. Can y'all hear me though?
Yeah, I mean, as long they can hear us for sure.
That would suck.
Yeah, I might have to check into that.
I'm
Anyway,
giving them
yeah, but no, it's one of those things where when you try a little too hard to build a culture, that's what you get. You know what I mean? It's like nobody really knows what to say outside of the cultural stuff taught to them.
Right.
And then you add into that a head coach that doesn't want to see anything outside of the culture. Then it becomes kind of, redundant and monotonous and just dry after a while. You know what I'm saying? I think that's one of the reasons why we're seeing the rejuvenation that we're seeing this year with 2 new coordinators, a lot of young players. I think it's just a result of a lot of youth and a lot of inexperience in the culture. Not inexperience in the league, but just inexperience in the culture. You know what I'm saying? These people coming in, they're happy to have a quarterback like Josh Allen on their team. They're happy to be a part of a team that's been relevant for the last for most of the last decade. You know what I'm saying? So, that's nice. But for those of us who went through the drought and were here for when all the winning started, it's like, all right, all of that is cute. When is the ring coming? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it is what it is right now. I like your point too about what you were saying about the Bills potentially surprising the league. Mm-hmm. I think that's going to be something early on where I think we still have to take the week 1 pledge, which is don't overreact to what we see in week 1. We have to see some consistency with that. But I do think that because we have the quarterback we do and teams aren't going to know what we're trying to do offensively and defensively, I don't think there's going to be a major fall off. But like I said, I think there is going to be a little bit of a scheme shift in the way that the safeties operate and maybe the team brings a little bit more pressure like they tried to do 2 years ago. But I like that point. Okay, it is 7:47, and I have not told you guys the rules of the game for a reason. I want to see Key's reaction.
Yes.
I guess you put the camera on me. That should cue you. Okay.
So,
yeah, I'm on there now.
This game is called, and this is going to be an ongoing thing, right? You guys, you guys in the chat, everybody watching, you can give us whatever categories you want us to put into this game, and we'll do that. But this game is called Put 'em on the Spot. So here's what's going to happen. We have 10 roster spots. Actually, we'll go 11. We'll make it. We'll put football terminology on it. 11 roster spots.
Okay.
And these are the starting roster spots for our Super Bowl winning team.
This is about to be crazy.
Okay.
I got like 6 players.
Now, here's our responsibility because we've brought the cartoons today, right? Mm-hmm. We are the scouts. Mm-hmm. So we are going to present the players we like to the GM. Okay. The GM is then going to determine, okay, in the first round of the 3 shows that were mentioned, this guy sounds like the best fit. I'm putting him at my number 1 spot. Okay?
All right.
Does that work? Now, listen, all of this is solely your thought,
This is going to be bad.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I know. It's going to be very bad.
Go ahead. So now it's cartoon characters, not shows. It's just characters.
No, it's shows.
Oh, show. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
The whole show.
Gotcha.
So basically, when if you were to present whatever show, right, you would say, this is the show I'm presenting. This is why I like it. It's iconic because it is. Yep. You're selling it to him. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And based on what we say, he makes a determination of who gets the roster spot.
I like that. I like it.
And we can switch whoever's the judge every week. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
When we do WNBA players, you could be the GM.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm just gonna pick. I'm just gonna pick all the fine girls.
Yo, you already lost at that point because
You lost at that point because my wife watches this show. I am Xing every last one of them out. No. I need skill on my team, but she can play too. No, I don't think you understand. I need skill on my team.
T like, why you watching this so much? I'm like, what you mean? She's like, this one's the tallest one. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off.
Oh my gosh! All right, so we're gonna start off with the producer. Give us your one show and tell us why you like it. Speak loudly. I'll try to relay whatever he says.
I feel like he's gonna be at a disadvantage because of the age gap.
I'm gonna piece it together.
I put him onto a lot of stuff.
Okay,
I put him onto a lot of stuff.
Okay.
He might surprise you.
Okay.
I have to go with Planet Sheen.
Planet Sheen.
Planet Sheen. So
Planet Sheen was a spinoff of Jimmy Neutron, right?
yes.
Okay.
So this one is based off of what happened in Jimmy Neutron, but this guy he creates a rocket, and it's him and his best friend. They fly to another planet, and it's like a whole kingdom on a whole other planet.
Okay, so he has to deal with alien life and all the adventures on another planet. Got you. Okay, Mac, your show.
I don't want to take yours. You go.
You don't want to take mine?
Yeah, I don't want to bring. I don't bring the same
I got
one.
a whole list.
Yo, this Planet Sheen looking dude, he crazy looking, fam. Why he look like that?
Yeah. Well, look up Jimmy Neutron.
I know Jimmy Neutron, but why Sheen? His ratio was off.
His ratio is way off.
His
yeah,
head like
for
a Dorito chip. I don't even know what's going on.
He
here,
looked
man.
like
Yo, Keith, stop hitting up with
That's your man's in there.
bruh. Sheen looks like he's always biting off his top lip.
leave my
He is. Look at this picture right here. This picture crazy. No lips, just tongue and eyes and the nostrils. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with. I put mine in order, but I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Batman the animated series. I'm gonna go with Batman the animated series.
What year is that from?
Batman the animated series was from the 90s. It was the first Batman cartoon to have the type of animation that it had. It became extremely popular in the 90s because it was one of the better written shows. The music, I think it got awards for on that show, and the voice acting was highly rated on that show as well. It was a very, very well done show. Roy, nobody is saying Schoolhouse Rock.
Yo, I'm just a bill. I'm sitting here on Capitol. No, see, I'm not the same age as Roy, but I'm with you, Roy. My list was crazy. You would have liked it.
Y'all both was raised in the same generation, so
Somehow.
Somehow.
Batman's
Time
a good
warp.
one. I like Batman. That's a good one.
Okay.
I'm gonna have
looking
to
at the
go
picture.
with X-Men.
That was on my list.
No,
Wait, OG X-Men or
the OG X-Men.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Wolverine. Now, I don't know if y'all know the background of X-Men or how it can be. So, like, it's based off of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. So, Professor Xavier is Martin Luther King. Mm-hmm. Malcolm X is Magneto.
Magneto. Yep.
And basically, it's the same concept. You were born a mutant. You don't have a choice. Like, you didn't pick it. Like, you were born this way. So people look at you like you're weird or you're different or you're a threat because they don't understand you. Mm-hmm. And he's like, well, kill everybody. Where Professor X is like, nah, we gonna live amongst the people. We gonna live in harmony. Like we gonna. So that's how X-Men was kind of like created. But the Wolverine, Storm, Jubilee, my man Gambit from Louisiana, baby.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
Just from Louisiana?
Man, I love Captain
Louisiana,
Caveman.
man.
See,
Wait, have you heard of Captain Caveman?
Yeah.
You have?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That's from the 60s or 70s, maybe.
See? Right when you grew up.
Captain Caveman!
And Son.
Remember his son? Little hairy man?
And Son.
Yeah, that's right.
I think for that one. Okay. Now, had you said Bane was in yours,
He is.
Bane's in there?
Yeah.
Oh, snap. That changed the stage for me.
You
Okay.
got
Every
Juggernaut.
Bane is my guy, though.
Oh, that's your guy.
Interesting. I was wondering what would break first. Your body. I mean, and then you got Planet Sheen. He got a Dorito head. Well, let me ask you this: was his head shaped like that because of the oxygen and the gravity?
Nah, it was like that on Jimmy Neutron too.
Oh, well, Jimmy Neutron had that Bobby's World oval head.
He
kinda
did.
Deal.
Yep. Everybody's head was weird on Jimmy.
Yeah, he had no body though.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna go ahead. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and get it to. Dang, let me get X-Men on that.
Wow. Okay.
Give me X-Men on that.
All right. All right. That's one for Mac. That's one for Mac. All right. 10 more to go. I'm gonna go first this time. I'm gonna go with the wacky races with Penelope Pitstop and crew. Yes. Yes. That show
that's
was
a hitter.
so underrated it wasn't even funny.
That's a hitter.
Yo.
That's a hitter right there.
My man Dick what was it?
Dick Dastardly.
Yeah, Dick Dastardly with the little dog that
And the yo.
See, you know.
And the mob. The mob was raw, man.
Yeah. Every time. It was great every time. It didn't matter what race it was. It was great every single time.
Yes.
Highly underrated show.
1968, 1969. There you go.
See? Right in your wheelhouse.
He gonna wacky races. I'm gonna raise him with the Laugh Olympics.
The Laugh Olympics. What was that?
With the Scooby Doobies. You remember they had it was like the Olympic style, but they had the Hanna-Barbera characters.
Yo, I vaguely remember that. I didn't see that much, but I think I seen it like once or twice. Wow. The Laugh, like it sounded familiar when you said it.
Laugh Olympics.
Wow. Okay. You might have me on that.
You remember that one, Keyshawn?
That one I don't remember.
You remember that one?
I don't remember that one. I wasn't a racing person, so if it had cars and stuff, and I probably wouldn't.
No, this was more like Olympic events.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? You might be right. I might actually remember. I can't say I do, but I might actually remember it. What you got, June? Give me some good stuff.
Man,
I don't want no
Steve
more Dorito
actually
heads.
had an episode of Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
I heard of Ice Joint. He said it was the best episode ever. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. I'm pretty sure I remember that one specifically, but I don't know the episodes by name, man. That's love right there. That's love.
Yeah, here we go.
All right.
Yeah.
June, who you got?
Oh, I don't know. You might have lost it with Jungle Fever. Power Rangers, if you had went with the original, you might have won this one.
I mean,
He's got all like literally every, but you remember Power Rangers, right?
I didn't watch Power Rangers.
Oh my God. Bro, you watch Power Rangers, right? Okay.
I was not watching Power Rangers. I mean, after the first season, I was like, "This is not me. I can't do this."
Not even with the black dude with the hairline.
That was the first season. Yo, his joint was hacked.
my man Zach, the Black Ranger.
Yeah, Walter, whatever. His name should have been Walter. Yeah.
So are you just doing like Power Rangers in general?
Yeah, that's probably works.
Yeah, because you got like all the different types of. I think you should just do Power Rangers in general.
I hate to be that guy, but I got to throw a flag on it.
Why? Because
It's not a cartoon.
That's true.
It's not a cartoon.
That is true. No, it's not. It's not a cartoon.
Series? They did. I thought they did.
Power Rangers?
I
No,
thought they did.
it's always been live action.
Never?
Yeah, it's always been live action.
Yeah, like they had like actors,
but it's part of
Yeah.
okay, but it's part of Nickelodeon though.
but it's not.
Yeah,
a
yeah,
cartoon.
but I'm saying it's got to be like drawn with a pencil or a crayon or
All right.
something.
I'll figure out when it's
All right.
Ooh, code name, Kid Next Door.
Codename Kid Next Door.
Okay.
That might be a little too new.
What is it?
Code name Kid Next Door.
I've heard of it. I just don't. Tell me about it.
So it's like there's these little these kids they're all like spies and they live in this tree house and they got like a whole flat screen 3D
Are there gadgets?
yes.
Are there secret weapons? I'm gonna go with that one.
Wow.
I'm gonna go with that one.
Thank you. Yes.
Junie is on the board.
I'm starting to see a trend here.
He knew what he was doing when he said, because you know what my favorite cartoon is. So go ahead. Okay. So
Yeah.
when somebody hits it, ding a ding ding ding.
What's his favorite? I don't know what your favorite was.
Oh man, you ain't paying attention. Go watch the last show real quick.
All right. Mac, you go first.
I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna hit y'all with Doug.
Oh.
Boom, doop, doom, doo,
Yo,
doo,
you might have just won that right there. Okay, what you got? Who's next?
Yeah. That seems like it's right up Keyshawn's alley too. Man.
Do I have to tell you about the show?
Nah,
With my man Pork Chop,
Not at all.
my girl Patty Mayonnaise,
Roger.
my man Skeeter,
Skeeter.
Mr. Dink.
When you taught him how to dance, it's like an itch you just can't scratch. You start moving your leg like you're in an earthquake.
And then Quail Man.
Quail Man banging on a trash can.
Man, classic.
All right, I'm gonna have to come strong on this one.
You gotta come strong.
I'm gonna go with Pink Panther.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with Pink Panther. Some of the most iconic music in the game. Pink Panther was one of the funniest cartoons I saw as a kid.
My mom used to try to cram that down my throat.
What?
I was like, why they ain't talking, Mom? Like, why ain't nobody saying nothing?
Oh, you was one of them kids.
Yeah.
Yo, but that joint was hot for some. I ain't gonna lie, for them not having no sounds or talking, that
You
joint
know
was
why
legit.
it was hot?
It was mad funny.
That was legit.
You know
That's
why
what
it was
I'm
hot?
saying.
Why?
Because everybody was high when they made that show.
No, stop it. Stop it.
They were like,
Tom and Jerry.
yo, this is crazy, huh?
Tom and Jerry is another one where they didn't talk. Iconic cartoon.
Nah, he had that scream.
Pink Panther had screams too.
Yo, that scream was iconic.
That scream is iconic.
Yo, remember when he was singing? Is you is or is you ain't my baby? Scoobity boobity boobity bo bo. Tom Jerry was the joint, man. My bad.
Oh, Roy. Oh man. You know what? Like, y'all.
What do you do?
Y'all, I might have to let the chat play.
Yeah.
I might have to let the chat play.
What he got?
Absolutely.
My man Roy came with Rocky and Bullwinkle.
And what was the little boy's name? Poindexter. What was his name? The little
Yeah, it was
with
Poindexter.
the glasses. Poindexter. Yeah. Natasha and Boris Badnick.
Steve, I would have said Voltron, but it's hard to say because like this is supposed to be like Saturday morning cartoons or like that generation of cartoons, if you will. Yeah. And Voltron, like the older one, it wasn't as good as this new one. I like after seeing the new one, I had to take the old Voltron off the list. The new one is just so much better. It just is.
Producer, what you got?
Yep,
Where
what
yours?
you got? We already know Doug is winning this one.
Yeah, you might want to throw out your two clubs.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Ben 10.
Ben 10.
So he, this is another one key that he has Omnitrix. It's a little watch.
It's a gadget.
And he can turn to like any creatures in the universe.
But he just
But he ain't have pork chop though.
damn.
He didn't have pork chop?
Yeah, he didn't have pork chop.
Well, he could turn into an alien version of pork chop though.
But pork chop was just a dog. So think about Doug for me, the nematodes.
Yes.
I mean, come on now. And I think it came out when I was like 9 or 10, so I thought I was gonna be Doug in like a year or two. So I'm like, yo, I can't wait till I'm natty so I can do what Doug doing. I wanted a dog.
Yo,
Right.
I had Doug problems, bro.
Yeah.
Going to school, trying to impress the girls and
Hey.
the bully. I
was fighting a
Keyshawn
losing
just had
battle.
a crush on Patty Mayonnaise. That's all it is.
I was fighting a losing
That's-
battle. A black girl with blonde hair. That's
Dang,
crazy.
y'all coming with some heat. Yo,
crazy.
The chat is coming with some heat.
Yo, was Patty Dominican?
Huh?
Was Patty Dominican?
Yeah, she was
Because
Dominican.
she was brown with the blonde hair. I think she was Dominican.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
That's a new wrinkle.
Yeah.
That's a new wrinkle. But still, I got Doug it is.
Doug it
Yeah.
is.
I gotta
All
go
right.
Doug. I'm sorry.
I saw that one coming.
I told you in the beginning. I said 2 clubs. Just get this out the way.
All right. Next round. Junior, you go first.
All right. Not to go Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack.
Okay.
That's a pretty good one. Samurai Jack.
Cartoon Network adult.
That was
Swim.
actually a
the
highly
panda?
rated cartoon. Huh?
That the panda?
no.
No.
Oh.
You thinking about Kung Fu
Kung Fu Panda?
Yeah.
Okay.
Samurai Jack was Cartoon Network. You were a Nickelodeon kid, so you probably wouldn't have seen
Well, when did it come out? Let's see. Samurai Jack.
I think it was on Adult Swim.
it. It wasn't. Yeah, it was.
Oh, see, I wasn't watching that.
You didn't
at
watch
that
Adult
point.
Swim?
I wasn't watching it.
I just found out today that my son would sneak to watch it when we went to bed. So, yeah.
Late night sessions.
Well, it came out. I was.
It's because I fell in love with Samurai Jack. It's just,
Yeah.
Okay.
To be fair, I was what? What is this? 20. Yeah, I was what? 17 when it came out.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't watching this. Let's see. Samurai Jack tells the story of an unnamed young prince from a feudal Japan, whose father, the Emperor of Japan, voiced by whoever the heck that is, was given a magical katana from 3 guys: Ra, Rama, and Odin. Odin, isn't that a Greek or
Norse.
Norse?
mythology.
Yep.
Okay. You lost.
Oh, my bad.
My brain.
bad.
Okay. Okay. All right, I got that in my head.
Okay. You want me to go?
It don't matter. It don't matter.
You go.
I go. So you want Samurai Jack? I'm gonna have to go with. Let me get Dark Queen Duck.
Darkwing Duck.
Let's get dangerous.
All right. Trying to think of something.
I feel like me and Mel had these conversations in college, so I'm like,
Probably, yeah, probably.
because he's naming some heavy hitters, and I'm like, did we have the same song?
Hey, listen,
all right,
man.
I'm gonna go with the Looney Tunes, man. I'm gonna go with Foghorn Leghorn.
Ooh, ish.
I'm gonna go with
breaking out the
Foghorn
big
Leghorn.
I think A is on the board right now.
Huckleberry
big
Hound,
guns.
Sylvester and Tweety, Droopy Dog, Snagglepuss exiting stage left.
A is on the board right
Roadrunner,
now. It's over.
Wile E. Coyote,
Oh, yeah.
Tasmanian Devil,
Oh, yeah.
Porky Pig.
Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes is for the
Yeah.
win. It is. What it is. I'm sorry.
He brought up the trump card on that one.
Yeah, that's unfair.
He brought the trump card out.
Oh man, Maestro said Daria. Y'all remember Daria?
La 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 la.
No, the funniest part was in the intro when like the ball came by and like she looked at it, she was like,
Yo, Steve, we might have been brothers in another life, man. Because Animaniacs almost made it. Like when I did this list, I did like my top 10. Animaniacs didn't make it over all these other ones, but Animaniacs was definitely like the what was that? What was that episode? Wait, was that? Yeah, that was Animaniacs. The Istanbul episode. That song lives rent free in my brain.
Oh yeah.
The Istanbul joint.
Yeah.
That joint lives rent free in my brain all day.
That was classic, man. Pinky and the Brain.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, do you need to hear anybody else, or am I winning this one?
you won that.
All right.
It's all day.
All right.
We'll do
All
something all
right.
day.
That'll
I was
work.
waiting. I was about to be disappointed. When's somebody gonna say this?
All right.
You should have said it when he said Doug. You'd have won that one probably.
Ooh.
See, you should have said yeah.
Man, I thought about it too, but I was like, Pink Panther is like right in that range of like oldie cartoons that you might have liked. So I went with that. But
It was cool.
all right, I'm gonna start this next round off. I'm gonna go with TMNT, man.
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
87.
Huh?
87?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. They got pupils still.
With
Okay.
the
Good.
April that didn't have no superpowers and nothing like
that's
that.
With
it.
James Avery playing Shredder.
Yes.
Yes.
Uncle Phil
That's
on
right.
Shredder.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that, man. That's
Uncle
crazy.
Phil, man.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's gonna be tough to beat, man. That's in my top 10 all day
That's gonna
long.
be real tough to beat.
But he's going Turtles.
Junior, you got to go old on this one.
Yeah. you
Hey,
about to go
hey.
on.
How about Tailspin?
Wait,
My
who
man
was it?
Baloo. Oh, Tailspin. Oh, Tailspin.
Little girl fox
remember
raccoon
Tailspin?
thing. Yeah, you remember that one?
You
Like the
remember with
monkey?
Louie, Baloo, Kit?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Louis Baloo.
You know what's funny? When you say kid, when I first met you, that's what I thought of when you used to call your then girlfriend kid. I'm like, why we calling her that? I don't like that.
Nah, it was. I mean, her name's Caitlin. I just shortened.
No, I know. I was like, but I thought about the tailspin. Animal.
Can you look up Tailspin? Well, I'll look it up. I'll look it up here.
When you see it, you gonna know it.
Yeah, I'll probably know it when I see it.
I got you right here.
I used to love Tailspin, man. That was one of the joints where the villains was cooler than the actual main characters, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ooh, that's
And the intro was dope. You gotta have the dope intros, man.
that's true. That's true. That's very true.
What you got, Junie?
Man, I completely forgot about this show.
He said, I'm not
He said, man, I ain't winning.
Hey,
this
you
one,
was just
man.
clowning me for the quarterback thing. You up? No, I was playing. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Johnny Quest.
Ooh.
Oh, you might have been all right if you would have said Johnny Quest. I forgot about Haji and them boys, man. What?
Johnny Quest.
Yo, oh, you a Cartoon Network baby too. How do you not know Johnny Quest?
Oh,
You know
man.
Space Ghost, right? All right, fair enough.
All right, so who did you say?
Age gap.
Johnny who?
Johnny Test.
Johnny Test.
Basically, what it is that this is a kid with young two twin sisters
who were geniuses.
who are strict, they have a laboratory downstairs
Yeah.
underneath the house, and they make like certain tests test tubes.
Wait, this might win it. This might win it for you. His dog could talk.
That's impressive.
His dog could talk. His sisters would do experiments and stuff like that, and you know,
The dog does talk.
there's gadgets.
Jonathan Xavier test.
Man.
And also, Keith,
Oh, Maestro, I might bite that one, man.
wait, hold on.
I might bite that one. That's my wife's favorite, man.
He has a jetpack. Johnny Test has a jetpack. His sister made it for him.
Okay, Johnny Test, Tailspin, and who'd you say again?
Ninja
Teenage
Turtles.
Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 87 joint. He don't want to give it to me, but he gotta give it to me.
You ain't had it on your list, Jody? TMT.
Yes.
I'm gonna get that a tie. You had it on your list.
What? Oh, see, I knew.
I think that's on everybody's
I
list.
knew that was gonna happen.
That's on everybody's
got
list.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
All
on
right.
everybody's list, man.
All right,
Okay, so it's on everybody's list.
take
Okay.
taking my W's from me.
Man, banger.
Man,
At one time, that was my favorite cartoon of all time.
Man,
At one
I
time.
don't care. I'm 40 years old. I still wrap myself in my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle blanket.
how many spots we got left?
Let's see. We're at 8. So 3 more.
We got 3 more spots. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna let the chat play with this because they coming with some heat, man. They coming with some heat.
I can't wait.
What they got? I'm gonna beat them.
Listen, I bet you I pick one out this list that beat anything we got left.
What you got?
All right. Let me see. All right, bam, right there. This is my wife's favorite joint.
What?
Hey Arnold.
Ooh, that's on the list. Football head.
Hey Arnold.
Oh man, Gerald.
No. How could you watch Doug and not like Hey Arnold?
Because Hey Arnold I was older by that time. I was past that. I ain't like Doug on Channel 7.
What?
I even like that Doug. I didn't watch that one. That Channel 7 was whack.
All right,
la 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 la
so they
la
going
la.
Hey
Get out of
Arnold?
here, huh?
They going Hey Arnold. I'm gonna go Rugrats.
That was on the list too. Lindsay
Man,
went with
Tommy
Rugrats.
Pickles.
Okay.
Gotta be the
Dill
kids, though.
Pickles.
Got to be the kid.
Wow.
Judy, this show win. Did you cap right here? You can capitalize. What you got?
Rugrats.
Man, I'm not winning this.
You can
Rugrats.
capitalize on this one right here. I'm telling you. Pick a good one. I am telling you right now, in my
the
world,
Rugrats.
these two don't register. Go ahead.
Teen Titans.
Teen
The
Titans.
classic one.
Teen Titans.
T-Bone, I said wacky races earlier, my man.
Well, he said it now. Oh, no. Let's see. Teen Titans. Tell me about them.
What?
So
Oh, he not a superhero dude.
Oh, my God.
He
How
not
many
a
times I got to
superhero
tell
dude.
you? Teen
Yeah.
Titans.
You got to go with like the oldest show you've seen on your list.
so it's DC.
True, but still.
The oldest joints you've seen that's on your list right now.
Flintstones.
The Flintstones. Does that
I could do the Flintstones.
Fred.
Wow,
Barney,
I could do the
Dino.
the man? Yeah, the man just beat us with the rock.
There's a
the-
town I know
Stone
where the
Age.
people go. It's called
Bedrock.
Bedrock. Twist. Extra points. Anybody know what movie that's from?
Ooh.
Anybody in the chat? What movie is that from?
All right. Let's see.
Hey, it's like moving on.
I don't know it. I don't know it. I'm just telling you right off the bat.
No, I know. I get it.
All right. This is I haven't seen anybody say this, and there's been some real heaters on this list, and this is still 90s, but it's a little bit newer than some of the other ones that we mentioned so far.
What you got?
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh's a nice one.
It's time to
Don't know what it is.
You know what?
You don't know what Yu-Gi-Oh?
Isn't that the one with the little pods or something? Like the little cards or something?
Yeah, so you got
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh, you got my man Seto Kaiba, Pegasus.
It
With
was
the
a
eye?
card game,
With the
but they can
eye?
make
Hell
the
no.
cards come to real life. And
Yu-Gi-Oh. If I was in high school, that explains it.
The Black Magician?
What year did this come out? Yu-Gi-Oh.
this is
96. Okay, so
yeah.
nah.
No.
Original run in America, 98. I was in high school. No, I was going into high school. No, I wasn't. I didn't watch this.
Wow.
You watch that? Yo, I got this one's gonna shut everybody down.
Okay.
Shut everybody down. Are you ready? Producer, you ready?
He like,
ready?
whatever.
He like, yo, everything I done mentioned so far I've been a dud.
Here it is,
so-
baby. Here it is.
All right.
The Simpsons.
Ah,
Exit
that's
stage
not
left.
a Saturday morning cartoon.
Exit stage left.
It's not a Saturday morning. That joint came on at like 7 o'clock every night.
Let me come back. That was probably one of my favorite of all. That's my greatest cartoon show of all time.
I think
But
it
doesn't permit the parameters of Saturday night. So I'm gonna take it off the list. I'm gonna take it off. But I'm gonna hit you with.
Wait, you were watching Yu-Gi-Oh on Saturday morning?
Yes.
That's too much thinking. You got cars and people with powers in this.
I used to watch that every.
Yo.
Wait, whoa,
You don't understand.
whoa.
I watched this show recently,
no.
like in the last 2 years.
Dude, he's 20. You're 40. You were watching that at 20 years old.
Yes. I am loyal to shows I like.
I see.
I am loyal to shows I like.
I even stopped watching The Simpsons after year 30.
Nah. I actually follow Family Guy more than I follow The Simpsons.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. It's
He
just,
had a twisted sense of humor. That's why.
I do have a twisted
Now, if
sense.
they would have had Cleveland Show still, I would have been all about it.
Cleveland show.
All right. I think this is the last one, right?
I don't know. We're off the hinges
You
now.
know, keep it. Oh my god.
I mean, we got the crowd involved, and I don't know where we stand. I mean,
yeah. Laura says Super Friends Wonder Twins active. Super Friends was the joint.
No, they're like this.
No. You see, now you mixing Dragon Ball Z with the Super Friends.
All right, yo, I'm gonna
Dragon Ball
go.
Z. That's something else then.
If I can't do The Simpsons, I'm gonna hit y'all with the classic, The Smurfs, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
The Smurfs.
You,
Papa Smurf,
Fam, I cannot watch the Smurfs these days.
Gargamel.
You ever try to watch it now?
no, it's
No.
horrible now.
Dude, it's fuzzy. It's horrible.
Wait. They got a newer version?
No. The one he watches kids.
Oh.
Try to watch it now with HD TV.
Oh, I got you.
Papa Smurf will look just like Smurfette and all the rest of them. They all look the same. Just little blue smudges. Like, what the hell am I watching?
Yo, Steve said my dude got more excited about Yu-Gi-Oh than any Asian I know. Damn.
Did he not, though?
I
Did he not?
I did. That was my joint. I'm
He
sorry.
lost it.
Yeah.
Yo, with the Smurfs, though, they had some of the illest names, man. Like, come on. Azrael? Gargamel? Man, them drinks was hot,
Wait,
bro.
Gargamel's a hot name?
Yeah.
What was that? That was Norwegian? What is this? Swedish? No,
It ain't no Tibonius Lex, I'll tell you that.
It ain't no Timonius. But yo, Gargamel and Azrael, them drinks was hot.
Oh man, this is great. M. Welly, what's going on? The Jetsons. Yeah. Did I have the Jetsons on my list? I did not have the Jetsons on my list.
Junior had the Jetsons. Okay.
You had the Jetsons. See, you should have brought them up. That would have won you something.
I got one, but y'all probably never. Only the. This is like deep. A might know it, but he not gonna know this one. Man.
That's probably true.
Yeah, he not gonna know.
That's
this
probably true. Go ahead.
one. But no, I think it's Junior got to go. Still, I think.
Well, he said.
Oh, he said this already.
He said he had. We said Jetsons. What did he say?
No. Go ahead, Jim. What else you got? You got to go old school.
So he got Yu-Gi-Oh. I got the Smurfs, and then
Yeah. Pokemon. That ain't bad.
Ooh, Pokemon.
Junior wasn't listening. I never watched none of that.
What, bro? You didn't watch anything.
I did.
What shows did you watch?
All right. After we do this, I'm
Yeah,
gonna tell
we
you.
need to know.
Because I had a
Seriously.
list. I thought I was going to be involved in the. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you watch Mighty Mouse?
Yes.
Okay, so Roy, look, you got to give me all the shows, man. You got to give me all the shows because apparently everyone that you've said so far is one that he's watched.
Oh yeah.
So, all right.
Me and Roy are soul brothers.
Right.
So when he said I made fun of what was it? I said something about being 7 years old and doing. He's like, hey, wait a minute now, Jack. I was like, wait a minute, I ain't talking about you. I'm sorry. So we are soul brothers. So all is forgiven.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. Okay, so
So,
you said
I said
Pokemon. You said
I said
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
And you said the Smurfs.
Smurfs.
What's the crowd say?
Chat, what y'all say between the three options: Yu-Gi-Oh, Smurfs, and what was Junie's option? Pokemon. What y'all think should go on the roster? Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, or Smurfs? What y'all saying?
Yo, if I hear Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm about to walk out the
I'm gonna say it way louder than I said it before if that happens. All right, Lindsay got one for Smurfs. Lindsay says Smurfs. Steve says surprised he didn't go Dragon Ball Z. I figured Keyshawn wouldn't have watched that. So I didn't want to, you know.
Matter of fact, small story about Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon. I had a man. He lived right around the corner from me. I used to go over his house after high school. I had to emphasize high school people for no reason. And like they have Seinfeld on. I ain't rock with Seinfeld. And then everybody in my house huddled around for Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon. I got up and walked outside and just sat on the porch. His porch.
What?
And just waited for us to go ball. I wanted to go ball. I was like, yo, I can't watch this.
I ain't watching that.
I can't.
But to go and sit outside? Like there's nothing going on outside.
I felt weird about it.
You'd rather go sit and watch nature pass you by.
I just felt weird.
He was uncomfortable.
I didn't know what was happening, and everybody was like, they was all into it. I felt like I was in a cult situation. I said, nah. I was like, this might go left. I'm out of here.
You was too woke for all that.
The Smurfs. I go Smurfs.
All right. He went with the Smurfs. Okay. Yeah, he gonna go with the oldest, non-coolest cartoons.
No, I gave you the gadget one.
So what Johnny says?
No, the other one.
Ben said?
The Treehouse guys.
Man.
Oh, you talking about Conan and the Kid Next Door?
Right, Steve. Right. He says, watch Key say George of the Jungle and Charlie Brown followed by Garfield.
Garfield.
See, he know the music and everything.
Yo, I did watch Garfield. I ain't gonna cap.
Yo, I was just about to say Garfield, but I was say Pokemon. I was like,
Yo, I did. What you know about normal? I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
And my favorite food was lasagna. Yeah. That was what it was. So me and Garfield was like,
used to get it in, man.
We went back. What else did I watch?
they got a whole movie called Garfield coming out soon.
Yeah, they got a new one coming
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yep. Yo, it's a cartoon. It hurts my heart, man. It only had one season, but this cartoon was so raw.
What?
I was thinking about when I got older, if I can get in contact with the person who wrote it and like finish it for him. Mm-hmm. Do y'all remember the Pirates of the Dark Water?
Pirates of the Dark Water.
Oh, man.
No,
Pirates of the Dark Water.
Pirates of the Dark Water.
What channel did that come on?
So it was like Saturday morning cartoon channel. So I don't know, was it 7 or whatever it was. But anyway, it was about this dude. They had 13 treasures.
Oh, I remember this joint.
And they had this water. It was dark water, and basically it's like you can't go in the dark water or whatever. But it was raw, man. Like they had the monkey birds in it. They had my man Ayaz. Oh, it was crazy.
I might have to
crazy,
check this
man.
out.
Okay, so
Crazy.
What did I watch?
Yes.
SWAT Cats.
Yo,
Thundercats
on your list?
SWAT Cats.
Yes.
Lionel. Ho!
I know.
That's
Thundercats.
classic. That's classic
Of course.
right there.
Watch
Of
that.
course.
Panther.
Transformers cartoon.
Okay.
Uh,
I think those were already said a while ago.
Transformers?
On the chat. Transformers.
Oh, the chat, though.
definitely said.
because they know me better than you guys. For shame. G.I. Joe.
Lindsay said Transformers.
G.I.
G.I.
I
Joe.
think Steve said G.I. Joe.
What was the other one?
I'm surprised anybody say Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo was
I
on my
watched
list. I'm wearing the
Scooby-Doo.
hat. This is the whole reason why I wore the hat was to say it,
I
but I
did
couldn't
watch
pull it out on some of
Scooby-Doo.
the shows you was pulling up.
Now, in the same vein as what you said, this is where I hate all you equally.
What?
Nobody said Inspector Gadget.
I
I
had it-
told you Inspector
we talked about
Gadget
it.
was my favorite
That's
show.
your favorite show?
Yeah, but
That was my favorite.
we talked
show.
about it on the last episode. That's why I
Nobody
bring
brought it up. I said, Junie, Trump card it. Come on now. You was my favorite nephew. But anyway,
That's another joint with a hot intro, bro.
yeah, man.
Yo, we used to remix that joint.
Everybody did, yeah.
Man.
I
Now-
mentioned that on the last episode too.
You did.
You know what I'm saying?
We had a whole conversation. You even watched it because you were commenting, so I know you were present.
Yeah.
Y'all just chose to ignore me. I get it.
It's, no. See, the game wasn't made around you. The
Well, you
game
gotta
was,
convince
you
me.
were supposed to play the judge in the game.
You're right. You got to influence the judge.
Well, I know what the judge like.
Right.
The point of the game was for us to explain to you why we like the show, to sell you on it, not
You
based
did.
on what
That's
you
how
wrote.
Junie got through.
Oh my god! All right,
But some of them was hotter than the others. I had a Mandela effect moment because, like you said about the Pirates of the Dark Water.
Yep.
I had a cartoon that I watched as a child that I bet nobody remembers.
I got you, Keith.
One season,
I got you.
Pigs for Pigs.
So, it was one of those things where I seen it.
And you
But I
never,
never
saw
watched
it.
it.
Again. Oh yeah,
I never watched it, but I seen
Pigs
it.
for Pigs.
Really?
And I'm like, I know I watched this show. I know it. I couldn't find it forever. I found it today.
Really?
Oh, I was deep diving trying to figure this out. I was like, I know I watched this. And then obviously for cartoons, I didn't know if we were just going solely Saturday morning. Beavis and Butthead.
Yep.
Oh
Classic.
yeah, that's another good one.
Yep.
Tiny Toons.
Tiny Toons.
Yeah.
Bugs and Tweety.
Yo, I actually like the Tiny Toons over Animaniacs.
Yeah, me too. I didn't like Animaniacs that much.
You like Animaniacs?
Nah, not that much.
Here's a really underrated one. Did y'all ever see Top Cat back in the day?
Oh, I love
Yeah,
Top
Top
Cat.
Cat,
Top Cat.
Yo, he was cool with it, man.
Yeah, that brother was smooth, man. Smooth.
Smooth.
Always
Gary
got out of
Coleman.
pajama. It didn't matter what it was.
But no, this is my childhood. My childhood was TGIF, not Perfect Strangers and all that stuff. But after Perfect Strangers and Family Matters and Step by Step and this is every Friday. Well, not every Friday, but a lot of Fridays. And Mom probably don't remember this. I know you won't, but it happened.
I forgot about TGI Fridays.
Back in the day, I used to get off, go home.
Remember the dinosaurs that came on that show?
Yeah, dinosaurs.
Not the mama.
Yep.
That was the name of it, dinosaurs.
Yep.
A little pink baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we used to go home. We watched TGIF, and then if she was still awake, we watched Alfred Hitchcock,
Yep.
The Hitchhiker, Tales from the Dark Side. We watched Friday the 13th, not the movie, but the show.
Series.
And we used to have they sold those little containers of juice, those little frozen containers, little tubes. What she would do is she would crack it. It'd be a Bacardi joint, but it had no alcohol in it, so it'd just be the Bacardi mix. And this was our Friday night. We sit and watch TV till she go to sleep, and I would keep watching it.
Wow.
So that's the kind of kid I was. So I didn't really
Okay.
watch cartoons. On Saturdays, I was watching Superstars of WWF. I was watching
yep.
Gladiators. I was watching
Gladiators.
I watched
was a
American
joint,
Gladiators.
man.
That's what I did. So I watched cartoons, but if you between 7 and 8, you couldn't tell me jack because I was Looney Tunes and Inspector Gadget on the weekdays.
Okay.
That's
okay.
what I used to do. Wild and Crazy Kids, Hey Dude, stuff like that.
Wild and Crazy Kids. Wow.
Hey
I
Dude,
remember that one.
Salute Your Shorts.
Lucifer
Yeah.
Shorts.
Remember
That
that
was the epitome of key as a little Afro-headed baby boy.
Yeah.
So I mean, I knew when you said cartoons, like, oh, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
Because I had my wheelhouse, but I didn't really watch cartoons like a lot of people did.
Man, I was a cartoon fiend, bro.
I still am, man.
Like,
I still am.
like
Yeah, you watch
Key, I
anime
could go
and stuff
back to Fantastic Max. Probably don't know what that is. The Pound Puppies.
I know Pound
The
Puppy.
Gummy
I had a
Bears.
Pound Puppy. I have Gummy Bears.
You got the Gummy Bears? You remember the Gummy Bears?
Care Bears, Gummy Bears.
So the Gummy Bears was they used to drink this drink and they'd be able to bounce.
Yep.
Really?
Yes.
Remember James Bond Jr.?
Yes.
James Bond Jr.
James Bond
The
Jr.
name is Bond.
You got
James Bond.
Yo, you got Captain Planet.
Jr. Captain Planet.
You got the Ghostbusters joint.
Ghostbusters.
You remember the other joint that came on? I think that was on like Cartoon Network.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Dexter's Laboratory.
Yep.
Johnny Bravo. Powerpuff Girls.
Powerpuff Girls.
See y'all in my realm now.
Yeah, that puts me in a place where my nephew was born. So I was watching that with him, like Cat Dog, Ed, and Eddie,
Ren and
stuff like that.
Stimpy.
Well, Ren and Stimpy, yeah, that was us. I don't know if I could get through Ren and Stimpy anymore though.
Yo.
That was risky when I was
Bro.
like 10. I'm like,
I'm watching Ren and Stimpy now. I'm like,
yeah,
I didn't get that back when I was a little kid.
Yeah, it was some raunchy stuff on
it
that
was
show.
some wild stuff.
I couldn't watch that show. It made me like literally sick to my stomach.
Yeah, it was always when you're trying to eat too. Like,
Yeah,
I can't do it.
nah.
Don't was on an electric fence.
Lindsay said, "Key, you hit the target. TGIF was my childhood."
Yes, indeed.
Laura says WWF was fire.
Yes.
Now tell me this: who remembers Barry Horowitz? Who remembers Brooklyn Brawler? Barry Horowitz.
remember the
The,
Brooklyn
the
Brawler.
furthest I go back is when it's like right before Macho Man Randy Savage retired, but like the golden age for me was like Razor Ramon.
Yeah.
Ooh,
That was my
okay.
favorite.
When he
Something
came
happened to this
in, like
bull.
that,
Yeah.
that was,
Something gonna
that
happen
was
to
when I
you.
came in.
I started watching it with Junkyard Dog, Ultimate Warrior,
Coco Beware.
Coco Beware. Remember Tatanka,
Oh,
Brutus
yeah.
the
I remember
Beefcake,
Tatanka,
Jake
yeah.
the Snake,
The Rockers.
Texas
Tornado.
Key.
Roy said Ernie
Favorite
Ladd.
tag team of all time.
Until he kicked him through that glass window.
Laura said Ricky the Dragon Steamboat with a
Steamboat.
heart next to it.
Yep.
Jimmy Snooker.
Yep.
The Rick the Model Martel.
Yes.
My man back then was Hacksaw.
Hacksaw Jim
Hacksaw Jim-
Duggan with
Yeah.
the 2x4.
Yeah, that
What about my
boy.
man Rick Rude?
Ravishing Rick Rude.
That was the dude.
Ravishing Rick Rude. Yeah, that was it. But I used to get off when you watch two superstars actually fight because there's always a superstar and a jobber.
Yep.
Always.
Yep.
And they had remember they made Gilbert into a Gil, the little ball-headed dude. They made him. It was
See, and this is things that so like to me, like I'll never forget that. Even when I'm in my 60s and 80s, like when I on my like, so during the week I ate cereal. Mm-hmm. Back in the day, remember they used to have the commercials for cereal. So they had the Ninja Turtle cereal. They had all types of cereal commercials on, right? Monday through Friday when it was school time, that was my breakfast. Without rip. What you eating? Cereal. What you want? You want the Frosted Flakes? You want the Tricks? What do you want? You want Cinnamon Toast Crunch? What do you want? But on Saturdays were special. Pancakes, French toast, eggs, bacon sausage.
Man, you got both?
Bro, only on Saturday. But I used to get remember we used to get the newspaper?
Yeah.
I used to get the newspaper because we only had one TV.
Put it down.
Go in the front room, put my newspaper down, turn on Saturday morning cartoons, and go to town.
See, kids don't know about
every
that.
Saturday.
Kids don't know about that. That's what I used to do something similar. You know, I didn't get breakfast. My mom slept. My mom was she's always been a sleeper. She used to wake up like noon.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And I knew because that's when Superstars came on. And she let me go in her room and wrestle my stuffed animals on her bed.
Yo, I used to do that too. My mom had a water bed.
Drop kicking right off that
Bro,
sucker.
I used to go to town, bro.
They used to let you jump on a water bed? Oh man, you got
I'm doing power bombs and power drivers. I'm going to town on that joint.
But yeah, so that's like you said, those are the memories. I just described one Friday in my life. You know, it took me back. I remember those times. So all jokes aside, thanks, Mom. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Good times. Good times.
Well, talking about bad times, now I gotta go to work. So
yeah, because you definitely.
Now we're adults. Now we're not kids anymore.
Right, I know. I'm gonna go home, kid. Let's play action figures. What's that?
Right.
Is that on YouTube? No.
Laura, let me know if you can hear the music or not when I put it on. But if you don't hear the music, I'm not gonna take the time to figure it out live on air. So
troubleshoot.
Right.
I can hum it.
Yeah, I don't hear it. I don't unless I turn it up. It sounds really low.
Somebody's now deaf, so it's all good.
No, I don't think so. It's super low here.
All right, it's time for the 90 seconds.
Oh, okay. Laura says she hears it.
Okay, good.
Oh, good.
Hopefully it's not too loud.
Now her ears are ringing. She has tinnitus in both ears now.
No. It's low. Okay, it's super low. All right. Well, let's turn it up a little bit. Hopefully that helps. All right. Hopefully that's not too loud. I've only given myself 30 seconds now to get it. No, I got a minute. All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell so that you can get notifications whenever we put out notifications so that you can stick with us, because that's what we want the most, is for you to hang out with us whenever we go on. And even when we're not on, you can still hang out with us on social media, anywhere you like. Hit us up. Dorothy, I think, has been the main one recently that messages a lot. Dorothy, and then I think there's a couple other people that just yell at us and then dodge out of there. But you know, feel free, because
definitely, as long as you subscribe. If you subscribe, you can trash me. If you don't,
prerequisite now. Yeah,
nope, ain't gonna happen. Can't cut it.
All right, and listen, if you have this is about to end, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this back here. If you don't get it in before I'm done with the show, put it in the announcement section, or just put it in the comments afterwards.
After party.
What you want us to do next as a topic in the game that we just played. It's called Put 'em on the Spot. Okay. So with that being said, it's been the Post Podium Podcast, home of the all truth, no sodium takes. I've been your co-host Aramis,
Melly Mac,
40 Keys.
And y'all have a great Father's Day. Hopefully everybody gets to spend the time with the people they love. And if you don't, my heart goes out to you, and I wish you the best. Y'all take care.
So.